going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Friday evening? My name is Eric. Welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kick. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say anything about Kick. I'm not going to say it this time. But if you cannot catch us live on any of those amazing platforms, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform of choice, where I promise we will get this updated at some point. I keep saying that, but I keep
saying that.
We're going to do it. I'm going to do it this weekend. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest, my Canadian compadre and the High Chief of the High Diddly Ho Diddly. I'm sending him a big ol' I told you so, because he bought an Apple Vision Pro last week. Todd Jackson, what is going on, dude? How are you not wearing your Apple Vision Pro right now?
I have had it on nonstop for the past 5 days. I've slept with it on.
Stop the show. Stop the show right now. You have been telling me since March. Oh, no, when did it come out? When February. You have been telling me since February. You've been asking me every week when I tell you that I am in it usually every day. You're like, you're not still using this thing every day. And you're like, and I've been telling you, Todd, you need to try this headset, because if you do, you're going to buy it. I'm telling you right now, it's that good. It's that much of a difference. And you said, everything I can do in that headset, I can do in my Quest 3. This is your exact Canadian words. Just like this. You sounded just like this.
Accent is just amazing.
You said, Eric, what are you talking about? You can do everything in your Quest 3 that I can do in an Apple Vision Pro. I'll never buy one.
Yeah, right.
What'd you do last week?
I made the mistake of trying on your Apple Vision Pro and then getting into a 4-hour call with, sadly, it's Bradley.
Seriously, this was the funniest thing. Todd gets here. I pick him up from the airport. As soon as we get back to my place, he jumps in. He comes up to my studio. I have work to do. So he comes up to my studio, he puts the headset on, and then I worked for 5 hours. I had just working on my computer on Impact stuff. And literally him and Brad are two little, I can hear them giggling over here. They're on my couch. He's on my couch. Brad is technically he's on my, actually technically he's not on my couch, but
he was on your couch.
He's on my couch,
yeah.
Giggling like little girls, with the Apple Vision Pro, just so happy back and forth. It was crazy.
Oh my God, we had so much fun.
For 5 hours, Brad's finally I got to go to bed, Todd. Leave me alone.
Yeah. That's a fact. That happened.
Oh, man.
Yep. And then the next day, what happened?
The next day, we literally, we had to go to this Meta event. We did this Meta meet and greet, which we'll talk maybe a little bit about that later on. But we go to this Meta meet and greet, and literally we're like, dude, we're talking to the show handler, and we're like, dude, when can we get out of here? Because the Apple store closes.
Gonna close.
It's like I need to go pick up my Apple Vision Pro. But yeah, I knew it was coming. And if any of you didn't know it's coming, you haven't watched the show at all. So
I just couldn't help myself.
It was coming.
It's so much fun to use, man. Oh my God.
It is.
Well, I've had Teams meetings in there and corporate meetings,
everything.
Tons of them. And everybody's like, oh my God, you look so cool.
You do look so cool. Let's say hello really quick to our chat, because we have a guest tonight, Todd, and she's never been on the show before, and she's a good friend. Excited. And she hasn't been here before, and I don't know why. The only reason why is because you kept telling me don't invite Gingas here, and I'm like, what? I don't understand. I love Gingas. Why would we not invite her? And you're like, look, no, it's Gingas. I don't know. You're like, I'm not feeling it. I'm like, Todd, it's Gingas. What? You're like, I'm not feeling it. I'm like, that's terrible. That's so mean. I'm gonna tell her as soon as she gets here.
I need a bus sound of you throwing me under the bus.
We do need a bus sound. Assassin 32 VR series says, what's shaking, everybody? Brandon VR is here. All Encundered Q creator. What is up, dude? How are you doing? From over in England, hanging out with his mom. Good for you, dude. Techno Glitches here. Mr. Tasselhoff, Fourth Wall Breaker, Destiny 11, Ender's VR Arcade, VR Spry Guy. There's not a ton of people talking, so we'll go through it quick. Haruku is here. What is going on? He said, whoa, everybody's in the early gang this week. We're a whole hour early, so normally we go 9 p.m., but it's Friday, and guess what? I don't want to be here all night long, so we decided to go at 8 p.m., so we go a little bit earlier. We're a whole day late and an hour earlier. We have Hip Elf is here. Looper the Underground Game Cat. Let's see. Mark Smith is, hey, y'all. And we have Tasselhoff is here with a 25-month YouTube membership. 25 months. He's got to be our number one oldest, right?
Yeah,
He says, I can guarantee I will not be getting a Vision Pro.
Then don't try it on and call Brad.
Put it on yet. Thomas McNostril is here. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. We don't have a ton of people chatting yet. Why aren't you guys talking to each other? Get in there and talk. Because there's a whole bunch of people watching. You might as well be talking. But let's get to our guest. That there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about tonight. So let's just jump into it right away. And here, without further ado,
For the first time
ever,
Oh,
Gingas VR.
I'm in my anime.
I love it. It's amazing. It looks so good.
Yeah.
People don't realize that you look exactly like this in real life.
you kind of
Yeah.
do though. So
A little bit.
that's awesome.
So,
That's
all right,
animes you're using, right?
Hmm?
That's
What am I
animes.
Animes?
Yeah, is that
It's V-Ride. It's V-Ride.
That's what you. Oh, it's V-Ride. Oh, okay.
I made
That's
this
so
model
cool.
years ago.
It's
Yeah,
so cool.
can't show my face unless
That's
you
so
guys
cool.
subscribe to Q2C,
That's right.
and I'll show it on
Do it.
camera.
That's absolutely. Do it. Definitely do it. Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for finally coming. I've been trying to get you here forever. And you know,
But I heard I wasn't wanted.
I don't understand. Like, I think you're amazing. And I tell him every
Holy
week.
shit.
I'm like, why don't we have Gingas here? And he's like, yeah, I'm
That's
not
okay.
feeling it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you know.
That's fair.
Seriously,
dramatic.
I don't know why we haven't done this before. I think it was a good time to do it. And
Mhm.
literally, we were in an app yesterday that you were kind of giving us the tour of, and I'm like, you are an expert in this thing. I need you to come on the show. But I'm like, well, this makes a whole bunch of sense because we never had you on the show before, so we got to do 2 in 1 here.
Birds, one stone. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Arlen Kundert is in chat, and he says, Gingas VR, you enjoy destroying us in RiffXR with your lightsaber a bit too much.
Yes, I do. Okay, because
You
there's
do.
lightsabers, and it's awesome.
It is awesome.
And,
I got to see it
that's-
firsthand yesterday.
That's coming. So that's he's talking about one of the weapons in the game, which is it's a laser sword.
That's
We
right.
don't
Yeah, you can't say
copyright.
lightsaber.
No one gets
You can't
sued.
say
Um,
lightsaber.
But it's coming in a dungeon eventually. Right now, it's just an admin weapon, but that'll be. And there's collision. So I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but 2 people have lightsabers. It'll bounce off each other.
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
did
You can have
notice.
actual.
I did notice that when I was shooting at you, there was collision because
There's
the bullets
collision.
were-
You can
the-
reflect. But no, it's cool. So I get into lightsaber battles with the devs all the time because there's like full. You can deflect.
Damn,
It's like
I want a
great.
lightsaber.
Feels
Or,
like,
I want a laser sword.
It does the old thing from Jedi Academy where if you like use your lightsaber to draw the little fire marks on the ground. I don't know what it's called. Little,
Yeah.
Oh
burn
yeah,
marks
like you can like burn
the
the ground
environment.
with the tip
Yeah.
with just the tip.
That's so sick. We're gonna get into Riff because it's freaking amazing, and I want you to tell everybody all about it. And it seems like we got some people in the audience who have been in there with you since you've been killing everybody with it. And Fourth Wall Breaker has slid in, and Patch S406 is here, as well as Mark Smith and James slid in at the end as well, and Technic Jagger. Welcome everybody. Gingas, how's it going? And tell it. Do me a favor. Is it? Can we
It's
lose the?
Gingas.
Do you? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you lose the Gingas VR? Like, just
Huh?
curious. Like, yeah, are you still Gingas VR?
Or are
Yeah.
you just Gingas?
Or are you just Gingas?
Yeah, you can call me both. Did I ever tell you the story of how I got the name?
Mm-mm.
I
my
know it, but I
keyboard?
guarantee that the audience
Okay,
doesn't
well,
know it.
no,
But let's
for
give it
Here's-
up to them.
So when I was a child, I was obsessed with Genghis Khan. Don't ask me why. I just really like Genghis Khan. I didn't know how to spell. I wanted my name to be Genghis. GH. I didn't know how to spell it, so I ended
Like
up with Genghis.
Genghis Khan.
And
Genghis.
that was my screen name.
I-
I
That's
used it. I
funny.
used it in RuneScape, OG RuneScape, and
Wow.
to play World of Warcraft back in the day.
Oh my God,
The-
RuneScape.
you were Genghis in World of Warcraft? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's been my screen name since like 2004.
Oh my God.
It's
That's
funny how they
amazing.
just stick with you, right? Like I've had Lamplighter as a name
Yeah.
since the 90s. I'm old.
Yeah, what's up with the lamplighter?
It's a long story. I had a name. My gamer tag was Vio, VAIO. And at the time, Sony came out with a laptop called the Sony Vio. And I was like, wow, that's stupid. I don't want to be called after a laptop. I came up with the name first. And then when I was beta testing World of Warcraft, you needed to put a last name in. And I just came up with Lamplighter. So it was Vio Lamplighter for years. And then I lost the Vio part to Sony.
So now you're just lamplighter. Mine
No,
is the easiest, coolest one there is. It's just Mash Daddy Cool.
It's perfect. Yeah.
I'm Mash. I am a dad. I'm fucking cool. So it works out for me
It works
completely.
perfect.
It just works out for me, Gingas. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Do me a favor. I guarantee this. Everybody knows you here, but there's gonna be a lot of people watching afterwards. Just tell us a little bit about
recap.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
let's tell us a little bit. Let's talk a little about you. What I like. So, all right, give us this first.
Who is Gingas VR?
Who am I?
How long have you been like a gamer? What kind of gaming did you do before VR? And well, here's the question we have to ask everybody. What was your
I've
VR
been into
aha
VR
moment?
for like a long time. Ever since Palmer Luckey first announced the Quest, I was following along.
Nice.
And then I didn't know if I was going to buy it, but they were demoing the OG Vives at my college, and I was blown away. First time it was like the blue, and I think it was Tilt Brush.
Yeah.
There's another app. I don't remember what it was.
Probably air
But
car.
then as soon as I graduated college, I took out a loan and then bought a PC, the OG Vive, went into debt. And I didn't start making content until 2019 when I started
Wow.
streaming. At the time, most people were streaming Beat Saber and VR chat. So I started streaming Blade and Sorcery. I think I was one of the first people to stream that game back in the day. And but my channel wasn't growing, so I started doing mod stuff with Fallout and Skyrim, and that's kind of where I started taking off as tutorials and making mods and
I don't think
stuff like
people
that.
know. A lot of people don't know. You have probably the extensive mod list. So if anybody's going to mod Skyrim, they go to the Gingas mod.
Skyrim and mostly Fallout. I
And
did make
Fallout,
one
yeah.
for Skyrim, but it's
Yep.
mostly Fallout. So, yeah, I worked in that for years.
Super cool.
Yeah, still fun. You can talk
Yeah.
to AI now. You can talk with all the AI.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, and it's super relevant now with
Tell
the show here. Everybody wants to check it out.
Yeah.
And who doesn't? I still want to do. I still do Skyrim stuff. Like I still want to go in and like do as much as
Skyrim
I
is
can.
great.
Yeah.
I was thinking of there's a BCI mod where you can control the spells using a device. And
No
I was gonna
way.
buy one because I know the guy that made it. But you can you have to actually think about like a fire spell to use it
That would
with your
be
brain.
sick. Yes, let's do that. I want to do that.
But it's like I think it's like $500 for it's like a Movo 2 or something. They use it for sleep. It's like a meditation device. But
I definitely want to abuse that and use it for VR then in some way.
yeah.
I want to take as many
immersion.
advices that are there for good and use them for my own enjoyment.
Yeah. I don't know. Other than that, I make TikToks.
You do, and you
But
look
I
awesome
don't. I
at TikTok.
What are
hate
you talking
TikTok
about?
though, low key. I
Your
didn't know.
TikToks are hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Like I don't know anybody else who wears two different haptic suits so that you can be vibrated and
Martin.
electrocuted at the same time.
That was you've been seeing those? That shit scared me. Like halfway through that dungeon, I was getting like PTSD.
Yeah, I can imagine. You were
It's,
jumping all over the place.
So you have
No,
so
that's
you're
not
using
acting,
your you're using your OO vest and your
It's
B
the
haptics
OO
vest?
and the B
Yeah.
haptics vest, but I've never felt so much pain going through a Skyrim dungeon in my life. I was like, I was sweating when they were shooting arrows at me. It's like,
I don't think people realize how much that OO vest can actually hurt if you turn it all the way up. Like
it hurts so much.
especially on certain parts of your body. Like certain parts of your body can take the electroshock more than others. Like for me, when I tried it on, like my arm, my shoulders, my back, I was okay. When it got me in like the ribs, it really hurts.
Yeah,
Like,
it hurts.
seriously hurts.
It's like not fun. I tried using it in VR chat one time, and that was never again.
Oh
Never
no, it was
again.
it bad?
No, it was terrible. It was like there was a thousand anime people just punching you.
Everybody punching you.
That
Yeah.
is not fun. That is
Yeah.
not fun. Hey, a couple more people slid in here. Tom Plays VR slid in, and Todd, our newest and repeat and welcome back Patreon member, is Jenna Sequa is here. What is up, Jenna? Thank you for coming back and re-upping and being a Patreon again, man. You're amazing, and would love seeing you every Tuesday. Probably will be now every Tuesday for our Patreon meeting. So thanks for doing that. We appreciate it. And Space Denizen Void Citizen stopped in as well as
We have a
Mateo.
Mateo sighting as well.
Yeah, what's up, man? He says, "What's up, boys and lady?"
Hello.
Genghis, so You do some amazingly funny stuff. Your content is unique. It's different than anybody else's out there. You pole dance
like
in
it.
VR.
I do, yeah. I
Like what you just segued right into that.
Of course. 'Cause I just want to say because I've seen it
not just
firsthand.
pole
We went.
dancing. I pole dance
we
in Kirby suits.
right.
What?
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. I mean, come on. Who doesn't do that?
I can't- um, I don't know. I was just trying to think of weird stuff to do.
You hit the nail on the head for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's super weird content. I mean, and the things that you do to your body for VR, like as in almost breaking your leg. The last time we saw you
Beat
in
Saber
Vegas,
of all things.
yeah, last time we saw you in Vegas, you were in basically this huge
I
air
was trying to
cast,
break
and
my.
because
Okay.
and tell everybody how you did this.
I was playing Beat Saber with my feet while wearing the OO suit, and it was shocking me with electricity. Now, my biggest mistake was I set it to every block I hit was giving me an electric shock.
Oh my
So
god,
my
you're
body was telling
insane.
me not to do it. So I ended up fracturing my foot. I had to drive myself 10 miles to an urgent care place
With a
after that, and I
fractured
broke
foot.
it. That was terrible. I thought it was sprained, but it was no. But the video got 2 million views.
Hell
Was it
yeah,
worth it?
dude.
That's right.
No.
Todd, next video, I'm kicking you down a set of stairs. 2 million views.
That's not
Or
worth
I'll get
it.
a shock collar with the OO vest. We'll shock the shit out of you.
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
That would be amazing. Do you let's ask a question, because you use a lot of haptics. Do you like the OO vest better for immersion if you're playing a real, something you really want to, not streaming wise, say for, but if you want to get immersion in a real
I
game,
do like it better. Yeah. I
than
mean,
the
like,
haptics?
I've never playing Skyrim, because that's the biggest one that I can think of. I use it on, there's other games that work with it, but I've never felt such fear fighting bandits before. I was terrified.
Don't touch me.
You should see, if you haven't seen some of her videos, she is literally screaming, "Get away from me!"
That
and
dragon
running
attack
around
was,
her play
that was
space.
terrible.
It is so much fun.
No, I think it is better. I mean, I think it's like it would hurt, right? Like in real life.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for everyone. Like, I think a lot
No.
of people probably don't want to feel pain when you're playing a video game. But,
Can you adjust the intensity so that it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
quite so painful?
Yes, but
Did you not
no,
use that
not
part
for
of
the
the
Skyrim
manual?
one. For other ones, wait, maybe you can.
Yeah.
I think I just kept everything on max.
I mean, I don't have one here, but I've done the demo probably 3 times over the last few years, and they usually calibrate it, and
It's like 1 to
assume
12 or
I
something.
assume no, it goes up to like 80.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, it goes up. I can get it to like 20.
Yeah. So I assume that the home model did the same thing where you're able to raise or lower it. So, but I remember going in and doing it for the first time, and I'm like, he's like, the guy's testing it, and he's like, "How's this?" I'm like, "Yeah, jack it up. How's this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, keep going." And I get to the point where I'm like, "Dude, just jack it all the way up." And he hit me with it, and I'm like, "Whoa!" I almost
Yeah,
put me down on my
right.
knee. And he's like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, just jack it all the way up. I don't want to go through all this, all this thing." And he just hit me with it. I'm like, boom, and like literally, it's just, it's like a tens machine that is like amped way up. If
Yeah.
you've ever had a tens machine for your back or something like that.
You can't wear metal either. I think they said
No.
you like to not wear metal or Peacemaker.
Yeah.
So
Pacemaker.
Thomas McNostril says, "Where are the electrodes?" So they're kind of all
it's
over
all
the
like
vest,
it's
right?
like all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 10 suit. So it's kind of gross when you put it on. It's the stick to
Yeah,
you.
it's sticky, right?
You can't wear a bra either. Gotta go.
Yeah, I
Gotta go
try not
braless
to.
with
I
it.
try not to as much as I can.
But we
Yeah,
would
right. You got to be
appreciate
like,
it if
it's
you
got to
did.
be bare skin. That's the whole thing. Is the
Yeah.
electrodes have to be like touching your bare skin.
Right.
So you have to basically strip down and kind of like have it
So
right
it's
on
not
you.
something you share with your friends.
I actually did. Well, I had like a bunch of my friends from real life that wanted to try it. And one of my friends, she went up to like 75 and she was fine.
That's
Wow.
I
awesome.
don't know how she.
That's
I've
crazy.
seen people
Cranking it
take
up.
it differently. I saw, we know a friend, another content creator. I think you know who he is, Gingas, who took it and got shocked, and like basically it knocked him down, and like he hit his head and had blood coming out of
Oof.
places, and everybody kind of takes that vest differently, so you just never know. But
I think how immersive that is.
Yeah, right.
seriously, I know, right? Telling you, I want the whole. I want the
16
whole.
stitches playing Skyrim.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah.
I want the whole suit from Ready Player One. Like I want the whole thing, like literally.
You gotta who was it? It was a creator had like a paintball gun shoot him. And
Oh yeah, it
had
was
gas.
Mike.
What
It was
Mike,
Mike.
was
Mike
Mike, okay,
VRO.
yeah.
Yeah.
That Mike
Yeah.
is-
That's great. That's insane. That's the next level. Like I don't want that. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
My luck would hit me right in the nut, right in the nuts on screen. I'd be like, what the hell? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Not doing
Philozix in chat says, "How do you wash it?"
That is a very good and interesting question.
it. And she's
that
like,
I
I never
haven't
watched
looked
it.
into yet. Well, it's like, okay.
Don't spoil yourself.
They said it's like hand washable, but I don't know what that means. Like you can't put it in a washing machine. There's like electrical stuff.
Yeah, right.
all-
Yeah, right. You don't want to
I
submerge
don't
in
know.
water.
Luckily, I don't sweat that much. So I haven't
I
had to
bet you could
really
just sink
wash it
wash it and then hang it up.
I
to
did.
dry
I
or
did like
something.
I like dabbed a paper towel around it once, but I haven't really like looked into washing it. But nobody's tried my suit in a while, so we're all good.
I'm coming
We're
over.
safe,
I'm
yeah.
coming
Do
over.
you
try
want to try it?
it. I do.
Not now.
I want to try this
Huh?
funky suit.
I mean, I think that's why it's not really supposed to be shared as long as you're like.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I'm thinking, Todd, that we're not fitting in Gingas.
I don't think I'm gonna fit.
It
in
is a
Gingas' suit.
small.
Yeah, I don't
God,
think
no.
we're fitting into that. I don't think we're
I
fitting
haven't
into
been
that.
small since elementary school.
Yeah, and
Um,
these things fit like like salami skin. It's like they want it on you as tight as they can go. So
Yeah, it's a skin tight suit.
yeah, absolutely. Arlen Conrad says there's a nope challenge. Nope, I'm not putting that thing on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
funny.
You don't want to
do you-
put it on? Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, Arlen Conrad does. Come on, Arlen, we'll get you to do it. Then we can shock you. That'd be awesome. Gingas, let's talk about Riff because so you're a content creator. That's mainly what you do, but you do actually you work with Riff, and because it's number one, I think it's a cool program, and you really wanted to be a part of it. So and we had you took us in yesterday. You took myself, Todd, Wes Dillon, and Skiva in there yesterday just to kind of give us a tour because to be honest, I've kind of slept on Riff for a while, and you've been telling me,
A lot
and
of people
Skiva's
have.
been telling me, yeah. For a while, like how amazing this is, and I'm like, okay, I've been to Neos, I've been into Resonite, I've been into VR chat. I'm like, I've done all these things. Do I need to do another one? And I feel pretty dumb and kind of sad that I waited this long because I was blown away yesterday. So let's do this. Tell us about Riff. Give us an idea of what it is. Tell people
Yeah.
who have never been in it before or have no idea like what it is.
So I'm in the same position. I mean, I was very skeptical of this. Mark reached out to me, I think like 6 months ago, talking about this new platform. I went in there, I was completely blown away. It is the closest thing to Ready Player One right now. Like it's literally that's what it is. There's a scoreboard as you walk in. There's AI stuff. It's a full
Yeah.
MMORPG, so you can upload your avatar. Now there's a full SDK, so a lot of people are making new avatars. They're all public right now, but private avatars are coming. So you can have think of all the worlds and avatars from VR chat, but you can fight other people. There's full PvP, there's full body tracking, you can kick people in PvP. And
Nice.
the craziest thing is the AI stuff. So we have AI mission givers that'll give you quests. There's a full quest log. There's 360 holodecks. There's a dungeon master, which we were doing that a little bit.
The dungeon
cool.
master is the coolest thing.
Crazy,
I was
right?
Yeah,
freaking
Yeah.
blown away.
let's
DMs
talk
and
about that
dark screens
real
for you,
quick.
so
Yeah,
you can do
literally,
anything.
we went in there with a 5-person party, like the people I just mentioned, and you set it all up to where we basically the AI dungeon master ran a whole campaign for us.
It'll save progress too. Like you can tell it to save.
Oh, I
and
didn't even
come
know
back
that.
later. And all the NPCs with AI say your name, like the individual player's name. They'll keep track of everything. Right now we just have one quest giver, which you tried that a little bit.
Yep.
So they'll go through a full quest system for you. Where there's plans for other missions, like magic system. There's classes.
It was cool. So you can tell it whatever class you want to be. So I get up there and I'm like, and you tell the AI and you're like, I want to be a warrior class. I want to dual wield swords, and I want my special ability to be kicking Todd Jackson in the ass. And basically, the dungeon master went through a whole thing about me and about my being a master bladesman, and that my secret weapon that I like to use is kicking Todd Jackson in the ass. And what was yours, Gingas? Yours was funny too.
I think it was a bard that could chuck you at my enemies or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you threw throwing Mash
Yeah,
Daddy Cool at
true.
your enemies or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I had
he'll
explosive flatulence. It was awesome.
he'll
Yeah,
counter.
and
He'll
then
counter
you told him what
anything.
you were.
Yeah, he'll like dynamically, and he'll keep it to the rules of the game too. So if we were doing like a cyberpunk D&D game,
Virtual
he
Steve,
would
yeah,
change.
it's total D&D. It is
It's absolute D&D, yeah. Except you don't
you don't
need an
see
actual
it.
game master.
It's
It's
just
the
like
AI game
you're
master.
sitting in there and you're in front of the game master, who's this giant deity in front of you,
And
and
yeah,
he
he's this full D&D rules,
interacts and he
so all
moves and
realistic.
stuff, and he talks you through the whole campaign
Mhm.
that he creates on the fly. Like it
You
is
could
unbelievable.
And
it
like
does
not
dice
just
rolls
normal
and
D&D, like anything. Like it can be like a Miami D&D game, or it could be like modern times, or you'd have like one about
Whatever you want.
YouTube,
Yeah,
and it'll like go through a whole. It'll keep to the rules of D&D with different classes, and you can just go through it.
unbelievable. I was totally
And
blown away.
do you want to talk about the 360 thing? Because that's
yeah,
eventually a
definitely.
plan.
Ugh.
So there's 360 holodecks that'll generate like a whole room around you, and that eventually the plan is to integrate that to the D&D thing.
The holodecks blew me away. Like so, the D&D thing was amazing, but the holodecks blew me away because that's what it is. It's like you feel like you're on Star Trek: The Next Generation, and you just go to the entranceway, and you're like, tell it whatever you want. Like I think I told it. I don't even remember what I told it. I think Wes told it that he wanted to do Lord of the Rings dance something or something like that. It was Lord of the Ring dance room, and it'll give you like a dance themed Lord of the Ring dance, nightclub or whatever. But you can tell it
Yeah.
anything, and the AI will generate it for you in this room, and it's so
3D
accurate.
stuff.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
and then even like just walking around and talking to the NPCs, like and like you said, the NPCs know they know your
They know your
name
name.
because your name is like above your head. So
Mhm.
they like they'll talk to you by name, which kind of blew me away too.
Yeah, and that's just one aspect. I mean, it's a full MMO. There's a full RPG behind it with like all your
Yeah, like your
avatars and
character
everything.
progresses. You level up
Yeah.
different
Right?
skills like shooting and archery and
Stamina.
stamina.
You can
Yeah,
private
health.
call people, so if you have a friend in the quest, you can like pseudo Discord them in the game, and then just like talk privately. That would open
That's
up another
cool.
It is
across
just like
loading screens.
Ready Player One. It to the point where the dance hall has a
That's
zero
inspired by
gravity center, just like the fucking movie. Like I was
Yeah, just
blown
like Ready Player
away.
yeah.
One.
And I don't know if you heard me in the game, Todd, but that scoreboard in the plaza, that's functional. Eventually, it'll like players will rank up, and like the top 10 will be on
Oh,
that
I didn't
scoreboard. And
know
if you can like
that.
take away if
That's
you kill
cool.
them in battle, you can take
I'm
away
gonna
their
be in
rank.
this so much more. Like, yeah, I
Well, that's it too. The plaza area, which is I think that's the main area everybody spawns into, right? Dingus? Is the
Yes.
plaza area?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing. This whole area is huge, and it's super well rendered. This is built in Unreal 5 Riff on Steam,
Mhm.
and it's one of the most amazing looking experiences I've ever seen going in. Like that plaza area is amazing. There's so many things moving around and talking, and then you have the AI, but just the buildings and the architecture and the size of it was crazy. I was shocked at how big it is.
There's zombies, you can fight stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
there's
and
zombies
that's
spawning
just
in the back of the back
that's
alleys. You can go
that's
kill
just
things.
yeah, that's just the entry world. How many? So
There's a
basically,
ton, yeah.
yeah. So you have like a little pad on your wrist, and that you can look at. Right, it's on your wrist, I think.
Yeah, just
Uh,
like VR chat. So,
yeah,
I have
Yeah, you
no
hit a
hate
button
towards
and it pops up.
Resonite, or like I love VR chat and Resonite, but the UI in Resonite is
it's
you
unwieldy.
gotta used to it.
You
The
gotta
the
get used
benefit
to
of
it.
I mean the UI people can figure out the UI in this very easily. I mean it's very similar to the way it works in VR chat. So just go through your wrist menu.
Yeah, I mean, so let me ask you a question. You've been doing this for a while now.
Mhm.
Was it good that I waited till now, or what's the differences?
Um,
I mean, has they been doing
it's
a
just
ton to
gotten
it or
better. I
working
mean
on it? Yeah,
they're very active. They have updates every week. The devs are always taking suggestions to improve it.
and they have
Um,
so we got it on Steam, but they do have a Quest version coming, right?
Quest, a closed beta right now for standalone. We're trying to get
Amazing.
it out soon, so it's hopefully this month. We're
That's
trying to get it
crazy
on
to
Apple
imagine
App.
that you can do this on a wireless headset. It just I don't know, man. If you guys can do Steam VR, you have to get in here and try this.
And
It's
PSVR
free,
too.
so
That's
just
eventually
go
gonna
and
be
do
Oh,
out.
it.
really? PSVR 2? So yeah, I mean, anybody out there is like, oh
And
man, I
PSVR
can't do this
2.
because I don't have a freaking 3080 and I can't run it on my PC, or I don't have a good PC to run it, or I don't have a PC at all. It's
Mhm.
coming. Coming. You can do it on your Quest, which is
I have
awesome.
the trailer. We should run that so people can kinda get an idea
Oh,
of
do you
what
have
it
the
is
Yeah,
trailer?
like.
I
Oh
made
yeah,
I
let's
made a
run the
couple. I
trailer.
made an updated one, and then there's the old trailer. So
Nice. You made all these trailers?
I didn't make
I'm
the old one. I made the newer
I'm not
one
sure what
recently.
age this one is, so
I'm gonna
you'll
come
have to
steal
let us
you
know
and have
about
you come work for Impact. Forget about
it. Yeah.
forget about Riff. Yeah, let's run the trailer.
Alright, let's have a look.
world of failed metaverse projects and countless new headsets comes a revolution in virtual reality, bringing together our favorite elements of massively multiplayer online games, shooters, and user-generated content. A place where you can meet new and interesting people and discover Easter eggs and game features that will keep you entertained for hours. Player versus player combat in death matches, duels, and anywhere throughout the open world. Challenging, class-based PvE dungeons that can yield massive rewards to increase your avatar's strength and power. Our own custom artificial intelligence, unleashing the power of generative art, enhancing your ability to customize the environment. And fully interactive large language model non-player characters deepen the immersion. An Unreal Engine 5 powered SDK that allows you to create any avatar or content map you can dream of. Ready to create your own Riff? Go to RiffXR.com and download today.
Very cool. Well done on the trailer. I love it. It's awesome.
I
I
didn't
think
make that one.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't make that one? Oh, damn
Yeah,
it.
that's a lot of stuff is different. A lot of stuff is improved now. Like we got better avatars and it showed
That-
off a lot of
That trailer does show that plaza area I'm talking about, and that's not that's not rendered like CGI. That is what it looks like in the headset. By the way, it looks.
But it looks better
super
now from that
impressive.
trailer because a lot of that was like made almost a year ago.
Oh wow, really? Todd, why you got to grab an old trailer? Go grab,
know.
go grab one again.
We have a newer one on the channel,
Yeah,
but it's shorter.
Okay, I'll see what I can find.
Hey, Skiba's here. Skiba says, "Yay, Riff XR,
Right.
let's go, hell yeah!" And Jenna says, Jenna said she thinks this is she was in here like 9 months ago. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a ton different now. If you were in that long ago, was it around 9 months ago, Gingas?
It launched on Steam around 8-9 months ago. Yeah. Here, let me.
Arlen Cunder says karaoke night in Riff XR is my favorite. There's a karaoke night?
There is.
There is, yeah. So we run events right now. So the player base is small at the moment because it's not publicly on Quest. So every night from 8 p.m. Eastern, we have stuff going on. So Monday nights is D&D. Tuesday is we do dungeons and
That's
PvE
awesome.
stuff. Wednesday is karaoke, and then Thursdays is PvP. So we've got a bunch of PvP maps. And players can make worlds. So we actually have a contest going on right now for players that make avatars and worlds with cash giveaways. So if you manage to make an avatar, the first prize is $350. So you can just transfer over your avatar from your chat, and you can like add effects and stuff. But if it's used by a lot of people, you can win money and worlds as well. So world SDKs in there.
Yeah. Virtual Steve says, I need to check this out. Can we make our own games in Riff? I know you can build
Yep.
your own worlds and levels. I assume.
Yeah,
you can
all
make
the
your own games.
functions are there. Same as VRChat, but there's like added stuff. So you have you can't mess with like every player has their stats because there's a full leveling system. There's different classes, so you can't change how that works. People are going to get more health if they've leveled up more. But you can make games. Yeah, you can. All the tools are there.
Very cool.
And there's AI stuff. I don't think the AI tools are in there yet, but eventually I think that might be coming. So you can like put in your own AI NPCs or whatever.
That's
but don't quote me on that.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, that's the cool thing about this is like it's not done, right? Like it's already amazing.
It's already it's absolutely it's still in early access. Like it's constantly improving, but
it definitely gives you the Ready Player One vibe. Like if you're thinking Ready Player One, I want Ready Player One. This is probably one of the closest things you're gonna find.
Yeah, it's
You just popped any world you want. Like that's how many worlds are there?
I think like almost 100 maybe.
Oh my god.
A lot of them are still being worked on and people are submitting new ones. We have I think like 40 handmade ones, and then we have a couple of dungeons that are still being actively worked on. The zombie area, that's where all the missions are. There's like tons of zombies, and they have full physics, so you can like shoot off their legs, come crawling at you. Eventually, we're going to enable full PvP for that map, so players can kill you as well as you're like running around trying to do your quests. And you can duel. So in any worlds, if you want, you can just challenge people to a duel. And get it to a PvP match. You can challenge multiple people at the same time. And you gain
And while
XP
you're doing all
everything.
this stuff, your character levels up. And
Yeah, you level up doing everything. So you level up fighting players or doing missions, quests, or fighting zombies and other enemies coming in the game. So
yeah, Heroku says he's running on like no sleep for like 3 days. So custom avatars. You said that, right? You did.
Yeah, custom avatars are already in there. So we're actively
There's an
trying to get more
avatar
people.
contest going on right now?
Yeah, so we're trying avatar and world contest. So you get cash for each one. So it's $350 for the first prize, $200 for second, and I think $100 for the third prize. So that's still open. So people submit avatars. It's still going on.
That's cool.
And it's relatively straightforward. It's on Unreal. So if you're like coming from VR chat, you just gotta download Unreal. RSDK does a lot of it for you. You can, there's like physics. You can make all the bits jiggle if you want. The avatars.
Who doesn't want to make their bits?
Who doesn't
jiggle?
like
Yeah,
jiggly
but
bits?
they're fully. So right now, keep in mind there are public because that's what we enabled. Private avatars are being worked on. So if you have like a private avatar you made, you might not want to bring that over. But if you're fine having it be public, go on ahead and try and make an avatar.
And this is free, right? This is free
It's
for
free.
everybody.
Yeah, it's all free.
It's all free.
That's crazy.
Super cool.
Crazy. Okay, I got the new trailer.
Oh, nice.
This will show off some new
Are we
content.
sure that Gingas made this one? Because if I pay her a compliment again,
She
and it's
sent it
not
to
her
me.
making it, I'm just
This
gonna
one,
go.
I don't know. It doesn't. I think it's flashier.
All right, let's see. Well, we're gonna compare now. Now we can compare.
Spit flames with the light, but now I'm on patrol, keeping the streets tight. Leroy Jenkins causing chaos and fright. Gotta step up my game, put my skills to the fight. I'm the rap vigilante, patrolling the RiffXR scene, helping players out, keeping the flow clean. From boomboxes blasted a mad cyberspace scheme. I'm the hero they need, the rap game's Wolverine. Once I rocked the stage, had the crowd in the craze, but now it's RiffXR streets where I spend my days. I'm like Batman, keeping the crime at bay, protecting the virtual city, no time for delays.
So the song,
It's so good.
the song is I wanted to use Pure Imagination, but that was like 20 grand to get the rights.
20 grand? Holy moly.
Yeah, I can't use the Wonka song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think the song was great. I think it matched it perfectly, and yeah, the trailer is so good. Good job. It's a good representation of that.
Yeah.
There's so many different things.
There's
you can do in
unlockable
it.
weapons too, so you saw a bunch of guns in there, but there's laser swords.
And as you level up, more things like I just unlocked a Glock yesterday.
Yeah, you get more
Just by
stamina.
leveling
too.
up.
Yep.
You can block in like a fist fight with someone. Put your fist up in front of you. There's whole physics for that.
Yeah, I'm super impressed, and the AI in there is one of the things that impresses me the most. I mean, it's really cool. You brought us into a Dali world, like a Salvador Dali world, where you have all these paintings, like in a museum, and you can go up to them and tell them, what you want to see, and you can make all, just like crazy imagery. What's the image you were always spouting when you were here? When you were Todd?
Kendrick Lamar and Drake doing something.
No, that was
yeah,
Gingas.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake kissing for them to make up with their little beef going on. There's also Picasso. So we went into the Salvador Dali. There's Picasso and God, I can't remember that painter's name. The really sad guy who paints the sunflowers. Why am I like? We have a whole gallery based on him. But I can't think of his name right now.
Like an Andy Warhol?
No, he's a famous artist. Wait.
Okay. Well, Andy Warhol is famous artist. Da Vinci. No.
He painted that Vincent van Gogh. Why was I?
Oh yeah, he cut his ear off.
Yeah, so we've got a whole gallery, and you can talk to him. So we have a full AI dedicated to him. But you can make art in his style, and like the 3D holodeck thing.
The 3D holodeck thing was cool too. What'd you do? Like you did Spider-Man on a beach or something?
Yeah, and it generates 3D models with the AI, which as far as I know, this is like the first, at least for a VR game, it's the first time anyone has tried that. So it's a little weird sometimes. Like it'll generate strange stuff, but it'll like make full 3D models or like try to. Anyways,
I was super I was super impressed with it. I thought it was super cool.
Yeah.
And we basically were only in there for an hour and a half,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
an
an
hour,
hour.
and we were just scratching the surface of what we could do. I mean, there's probably so much more that we can do. So I'm looking forward to getting back in there. If people want to get in and do it, Genghis, what's the, not everybody can get the guided tour from you because you're awesome, but and you're busy. But
Yeah.
if you're going to tell people to
It's
go in on their own,
actually,
and
I
check
mean,
it
I
out,
have
what do
a
they do?
calendar. People can like sign up. I'll
Really?
send tour. Yeah,
Well,
it's
hell yeah. Let's put it in
give
chat
it,
then.
give
You're
it.
really busy.
Yeah, I can put. Don't spam it. Let me find it. Give it to Wes.
Everybody go to Reddit and
It's
put
the problem. We don't really have a good tutorial, but we do. My advice is to come around 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday because we have players on every night around that time, and a lot of our players that have been using it for a while can show you around.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can put it in chat. Let me.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I mean,
about to get spammed by a lot of people.
yeah, I know, right? I mean, to have somebody help you definitely would be good in there. If you guys want to get in, you can't find somebody or you can't, get a hold of Genghis. I mean, hit me and Todd up. I'm sure one of us could show you in, show you
Yep.
around. Maybe Skiva. Skiva's been in there a ton. He loves these types of things. He was a huge fan of Neos and Resonite, and he looks like he's. I talked to him yesterday. I didn't realize how much he had been in there.
Yeah.
Doing a ton of stuff.
Yeah, we do have
So
a Discord. Yeah, join the Discord too. Someone put that in.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's put the Discord link in there as well
Yeah.
too. And Todd just put the Steam link for the game or for the platform. So click on that. It's free. So just click on it and hit download, and then you're going to be in. You can do it. Philosic says I tried Riff once. Well, you should try it again because it's way
It's
better.
improved. It's if you tried it, I know a lot of people go in there and they like see no one's on, so they get discouraged by that. If you come around the events or like talk to people on Discord, they can show you around. It's once we get it on Quest, I have faith more people are gonna start. You'll see more people regularly, so that's like a big,
Yeah. To me, this seems like it's the more approachable version of Neos or
yeah. It's
or
kind of
Resonite.
like a mixture of Neos, and I think it's for like I love VR chat, but it gets
From
boring.
VR chat. Yeah.
staring at
VR
mirrors.
chat's intimidating as hell,
It's
right? Like
and like, a lot of people are like kind of stuck into playing VR chat all the time, which is fine. VR chat's great.
VR chat's fun. It's not for me. Like this is for me.
I think it appeals
Like,
to gamers, like people
this
want
one appeals to gamers. Yeah, not just
avatars,
the
but
social
actually
guy,
wanna
but the guy that
do
wants to go in and play
stuff.
some games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's why
level up.
like you automatically put a gun on my hip, and I'm like, this is where
I'm in. Yeah.
this is where I feel good. Like I
Yeah.
want to be able to shoot people in the face.
But you can
and,
shoot people as like Dracula or like your own. You can
Right?
do whatever. Like,
It was cool. I mean, just even the preset avatars that I got a chance to kind of play around with. There was quite a few of them. They look great.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're like, and it's like it's like almost 1-to-1. So like, I had become this like big, huge, like hulking monster, and like all of a sudden I was like taller than I normally was, and my hands were huge. And just so you feel like whatever avatar you choose, which is super cool.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to the full body PvP stuff. So we have it working. It's just it doesn't work with PvP yet, but that'll be a thing. So you can get into kickboxing fights.
Hell
with
yeah!
players.
Yeah. That's
Just don't break your foot when you're doing it.
right. Right.
Playing
I'll
foot
put on the
Saber.
paint. They want to integrate the haptics too. I think eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
no,
need
B
haptics in there.
haptics needs to get set up in there.
Yeah.
That has to happen. That would be cool. But yeah, I think that would be sick. Skiva says, heck yeah, let's get in there. So anybody who wants to get in, get a hold of one of us between me and Skiva and Todd and Genghis. Get a hold of one of us. We'll get you in and give you a tour. You know who's loving it too? Wes Dillon. Wes Dillon's loving it. I didn't
Yeah.
realize he had been in there that much because he was telling me a whole bunch of stuff yesterday that I didn't even
Yeah.
know. So sounds like you and Wes have been in there a few times checking things out too.
Oh, I didn't even talk about the arcade machines. They're fully functional. I don't think we went there.
I saw that in the trailer. I didn't know they were in there. I saw
No,
somebody
yeah.
playing
So
Frogger and a couple other
we have
things.
a bunch of open source ones, but you can load in your own ROMs. And like I have Simpsons on mine, and if two people have the same ROM disk, you can just find them, legally on the internet. You put them on like in the folder in Riff. You can load them whenever you want. Two people have the same folder with the same games. You can see them playing. So like I could see you playing The Simpsons if you had it
That's cool.
on the arcade machine.
That is
like watch me
super
play.
cool.
You play Mario. You can.
And
But,
some people in chat have been comparing this to Banter because Banter is kind of a new and it's just released on
Mm.
Steam. And I can tell you right now, this is like Banter on steroids.
Not heard.
Yeah,
On
I've been
steroids.
testing
steroids.
Banter since it came out. This is not Banter.
This
Sorry.
is
Sorry,
What is
Banter.
completely
Banter?
different.
I haven't heard of Banter.
Banter's side quests social platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and it's
completely
it's
different.
nothing wrong with it. There's not. It's just that this is ahead of it. You know, banter. They're still working
Yeah.
on banter, but it's not quite. It's not like that. This is next level. This
Next level.
completely blew me away when I went in there. Like I didn't know what I thought I knew what to
I
expect.
think it's the AI stuff. Like we are. I mean,
And the AI is everywhere. in it.
Tizzle, we're probably doing the most with AI out of like
Mhm.
anyone else right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I expected to walk in and see like one picture I could talk with, but
Everything.
everything
it's all over
is
again.
AI driven. It is It is so
Glad.
good.
You can talk with Morgan Freeman and
Yeah.
George Lucas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who doesn't want to do that?
Gorgon
It
Seaman,
is so
technically.
cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's super cool, man. It's just it's such a good spot. I like it a lot, and I'm gonna definitely do more stuff in there.
And it's on desktop, so I know.
Oh, I didn't realize that you can play it flat.
It's you can. It's
Wow. Don't do
it'll
that,
be
though.
improved. Right now, it's a little weird, but
Put your
yes,
headset
it'll
on, people. Put
it'll
your
work in
headset on.
desktop.
But if you can't put your headset on, then yeah, try it flat. That's super cool. Gingas, thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it.
No problem.
This is super cool. What's you got anything coming up that you want to tell anybody about from your channel or anything?
I don't know. I do.
You
a lot of,
don't plan, do you like plan stuff out? You're like, okay, this is
Might just be
this is
her
what I'm
plan.
gonna do for the next month, or you just like wake up in the morning and
I
go,
was
"Yeah,
so
yeah."
I had like a serious idea of me going through Skyrim, feeling pain, but I don't know. It's not really panning out as far as
Yeah,
the view.
do that.
That's
I
all my
want to watch
good.
you in as much pain as possible. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's just that it's a lot. I'm also trying to rizz up some Fallout on PCs. I'm trying to flirt with
Yeah.
AI in there.
With the AI guys.
Well,
yeah,
how's
yeah.
that working out for you?
Yeah, I rizzed up Hancock from Fallout 4.
From Fallout 4.
Yeah, he was
That's
into
awesome.
it. Nick and Codsworth weren't, but
No, they weren't flying. They
Oh,
weren't
yeah,
going
that's
for it.
awesome.
nah.
You gotta up your Riz game. Too
Yeah, that's
funny.
it. I don't know. I don't really plan stuff out though. I just kind of like
I like
do
that.
with the day of and
Yeah. You got anything going? Are you guys streaming anytime soon? You were streaming last night, were you not? Or
was I streaming?
well, no, were you?
Well, she was in Riff. I don't know if you're.
Oh, you were in
streaming.
Riff, but you weren't doing
No, I
it.
haven't streamed in a while, but
Yeah, how
I
come?
might go back to it. I
You
don't
gotta
know.
stream Riff. People need to see this place.
I do
Seriously,
actually.
do that.
Actually, I do have a Twitch for Riff, and I stream it sometimes, so it's just Riff. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
VRS Frog Guy wants to know if there's a link to your video when you hurt your foot. The 2 million video.
There
Come on, let's make it
is
4 million.
somewhere.
There is.
Maybe I can find it.
Todd's like, I'm on it.
Yeah.
You can hear him
I've
typing
seen
already.
it,
Oh, I found it.
I've seen it too. I've seen it.
I think it's
Did you
just
find
on
it?
TikTok. It's on TikTok though. Here, let me
Just send
send
it.
it to you.
I can put it.
Virtual Steve says hopefully there will be a resurgence for the Fallout 4 VR mod now that the show has come out and is amazing. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I tried the Fallout 4 VR mod. I thought I was very impressed with
You
the way it
tried
played.
my VR mod? The one
No.
I have not tried Genghis'.
No, I have
mod.
not.
No, I haven't yet. I know.
And Wes streamed it for a while. He was big into Fallout. I have to ask Wes if he did your mod.
I just updated it. It's got the
Did you really?
AI stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
there's even like a new Pip-Boy because I'm in a modding group, so it looks better. You can control
Nice.
it.
Are you in the Flat to VR community modding group?
Yeah, I am. But it's
Yeah.
like this is a special Discord with the Bethesda modder.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, I just dropped a TikTok video that has her breaking her foot. It was pretty funny.
Well, everybody go watch that and like laugh at Gingus's, foot breaking. It's funny. It's funny now that you're healed. It wasn't funny then. I had to carry you around Vegas. I had to carry you downstairs at Vegas.
Yeah, it was fun.
I know. I got to race around in your wheelchair. It was awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming in tonight. Thanks for talking about Riff,
Yeah,
and thanks for being out there to kind of show everybody around.
Go check out Riff.
Yeah,
It's fun. Tell your friends.
that's right. Tell everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll try. Maybe we'll try and plan a community night, Todd, and we'll just kind of go into Riff and see if we can get as many people as we can in there, just to kind
I
of
think
enjoy
it's a good
it.
idea because it's so much fun.
Let's do that.
I need to level
Genghis-
up first though, so I'm. Gonna,
Genghis, will you tour everybody if we set
I'll
something up
tour
for
you
our
guys.
community?
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. Let's do it.
awesome.
Let's set something up. I'm down. Cool. Thanks for coming. We
Cool.
appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Peace.
See ya. Yeah, so cool.
Gingas rocks. Awesome. Love it.
It
And
blew me
Riff-
away, dude. Like I know
me too.
It sounds like I'm just exaggerating, but it is the next closest thing to Ready Player One.
So
Like, it has all the little aspects, the innuendo, the leveling up, the leaderboard in the main room, the main lobby area, the dance hall,
mhm.
you can talk to everybody. Like, it is ridiculous.
It is,
I had
and
no idea it was that good.
it blew me away, and I was a little shocked that it blew you away as much because you and Skiva have spent so much time in Neos and then in Resonite, which that blew you
I
away, and
love
like
it.
you were hooked on it. And I don't know how much
Yeah.
how much you've been back to Neos is kind of gone now, but I don't know
Yeah,
how much you've
I
been
haven't been
back to
back in a while.
Resonite.
Resonate, yeah.
But you know, I was surprised at how, like, even Skiba too, where you were both into Riff big time. Like, I thought you were gonna be like, well, this is cool, but your Resonate is this, Resonate that, and you guys weren't that. You were like, wow, this is
The
amazing.
only things that are kind of drawback if you wanted to compare the two is Resonite, you can program and create right in the game.
Hmm.
You can't do that in Riff. It's a Unreal Engine 5 game, so you have to come out of the game,
Right.
build your character, build your avatar, your world, your weapon or anything you want to put into the game. You have to build it outside of the game in Unreal, and then you upload it to the game. So that part for like the hardcore gamer kind of sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
In Resonite, you can do all that inside your character. But other than that, like I said before, the little hooks of the leveling system and character development and random quest givers. You just go up to him and say, "Hey, give me a quest," and he gives you some random thing to go do. And off
I
you
know
go to
that
do it.
was
I was like blown
super
away.
cool. Yeah, like, to me, that's why I like this so much, because those other
Oh,
things
cool.
are more like,
They're
they're cool
hardcore,
things,
right?
and they're there. A lot of it's there for people who want to build. To me, this is
Yeah.
more of a gamified version of all
Yeah.
those things that just feels super, updated, and like it feels great in there. It's super cool. I like it a lot. Cool.
Yeah, I was totally shocked. I'm definitely going back.
Well, definitely check it out, everybody. It's free on Steam. They do have a Quest version coming, possibly really, really soon. We actually have a build that we're going to jump in later to the Quest build. We have early access. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Shh, don't tell
We're gonna check it out. Todd, let's move on a little bit. We want to I want to kind of speed the show up tonight because it's been a long week, and
Yep,
it's
I hear
Friday,
ya.
and we want to kind of get done here. But I do have some stuff I want to talk about. So sorry about the show, everybody. Last night, everybody. It got super late. We do have a person that helps us with our thumbnails and setting the show stuff up for the graphics, and we just didn't have a thumbnail. And like, it sounds stupid, but I didn't want to put a thumbnail out there that didn't look good. And we're like, and then we were late for the show, and like, it was 15 minutes before the show was going to start. And I'm like, let's just postpone it till tomorrow, and let's not rush it. I want to make sure we put on a good show. And then I want to make sure we had time to talk about Riff and everything. So so we just postponed it. So I apologize. I know that a lot of people look forward to Thursday night, and we'll try not to make that happen very often. So I apologize, but it's what it is. But yeah, it's Friday night. We want to get done quickly here because I'd love to do some gaming tonight, which would be super cool. So let's talk about a little bit about this. So instead of, we didn't go live, so I wanted to make sure that we did something, and I've been wanting to stream Power Wash Simulator because they had the new SpongeBob update. So I haven't streamed it in forever, so I'm like, I'm gonna jump in and stream, man. And I had a lot of fun. Todd, I need to get into this other thing you're talking about for YouTube, where you can get the chat in the headset, because
Yeah.
I just hate it. I love streaming, but to me, the best thing about streaming is while I'm playing, I get to talk to everybody that's in chat. And
Right.
when I have to stop what I'm doing and pull the headset up to look at my phone so
So
I can
annoying.
see what the chat is saying, it's just ridiculous. Like, I want to be able to be going through it, especially in a game like Power Wash Simulator, because literally, if you're just watching me stream Power Wash Simulator, what a boring ass stream that would be. Like, I did it because I wanted to talk to everybody and show it off. But I mean, I would never. Number one, I almost don't want to play just Power Wash Simulator. Can you imagine just watching somebody play it and not having them talk during it?
But like you say, the talking aspect, it just pairs so well because it's a very meditative
chill.
game. So you don't even realize that time is flying by, and the conversations that you can have in a stream are just genius. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool, and they have the SpongeBob thing is super cool. I enjoyed it very much. It was fun doing it. It gets a little tedious for me, Todd, because you have to find the little tiny specks of dirt,
Yep.
and like, it was
They are
driving me
picky.
nuts because I couldn't find things, and controlling the ladder is still a little wonky for me. Like in that one, if you see, it's not even a ladder; it's like a scaffolding that you control. I know you were in there a little bit watching. It's like this
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
scaffolding that you got to control, and it's just not easy to control. It's like very finicky of how you want to control it. But I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I do like the talking part of it, but man, I don't know how. I got to go into get into that beta, and because I if I'm going to stream Quest, I have to have the chat. Like I just have
Yeah,
to.
we'll get you hooked up with that after. Yeah.
Yeah, it just drives me nuts not having the chat in there. Like I really want to talk to chat. But that being said, I had a ton of fun in there, and what I wanted to bring up tonight about that is somebody had asked me, is this coming? I want this to come to PlayStation VR 2. And it kind of set me off on a little bit of a rant about PlayStation VR 2. And, I wanted to preface, I want to talk about it a little bit tonight because I want to preface it by saying, Todd, that I love this headset. I think the PlayStation VR 2 is one of the best headsets I own. And I own a ton of them. It's the one I want to go to when I want to play super high-end gaming. Some of the best experiences I had in VR last year and some of the best I've had so far this year have been in the PlayStation VR 2 headset. So I want to preface whatever I'm about to say by saying I love this freaking headset. I think it's a great headset. What do you laugh? What?
It's just amazing how diabolically different we are on this headset.
I know you hate it. I know you
hate it.
Well, you don't like the way it fits you, but
It's
I think
so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but if you could,
I overlook the fact that it has haptics, that it has great lenses. The comfort is so bad that I just don't want to deal with the. I don't miss the good quality. I'd rather wear my Quest and play a Quest game every day of the week.
But you can't play Gran Turismo 7 on your Quest, and that's
If I could, I would. But you're right.
But you
can't,
can't.
so I have to play it on the PlayStation.
But that's an amazing experience. That's why I'm saying though that some of the best VR experiences are on that headset. And look, I get it. It's not the most comfortable headset, but it doesn't really bother me. I can live with it, and there are some mods that you can put on it to make it more comfortable.
I have like 3 of them on it, and it's still
to me, it's the
uncomfortable
gasket. If I could fix the gasket on it, the
Get rid
facial
of the
gasket,
gasket.
the
Yeah.
facial interface sucks. And,
Ugh,
so whoever
bad.
whoever came up with the idea of that thing was the dumbest person in the world, because that's really the beef with, I think,
Terrible.
with
Yeah.
most people. They needed to make that thing a little bit different. But anyway, I mean, it fits everybody different. But anyway, my point is that I have no beef with the headset. I really love the headset. My problem with everything that's going on is with Sony. Sony has no vision, and they have no leadership when it comes to this headset. And this is what I said last night. It's tough for developers to develop for a headset when you don't, as a developer, when you don't know what the leadership of PlayStation or Sony is doing with this headset. Like there's no faith, even from a buyer standpoint. How can there be faith in a headset when it just seems like there's no leadership in Sony that is saying let me show you the way of what we're going to do with the PlayStation VR 2 to make it a successful headset. We're going to support it by doing A, B, and C. And it seems like there's just nobody in charge in Sony. It seems like whoever was there who came up with the idea of making this headset basically either left or got fired, or they just lost their interest in it. Because it feels like I said last night, it feels like it's a flock of sheep, and the shepherd is gone. Like the shepherd left, and the sheep are just wandering all over the place. Like there's no structure, there's no rhyme or reason, there's no idea of exactly what's going on, and there's no voice. There's no voice for PlayStation that says this is what's going on. Support this headset because this is what we're going to be doing in the next 6 months. And there's just no faith. Like, how could a developer sit? And guys, it's not easy for developers to develop for multiple headsets. If they start with a Quest game and they have to port it to PlayStation, it's not an easy thing, and it takes time and money. And PlayStation's not paying anybody to put these things in their headset. So if you're Sony and you're not supporting your headset and sales are plummeting, why as a developer would you take your time and money and go put it into a port where you don't know if you're going to make any money? And the same thing goes for the people that are possibly buying this headset. Todd, could you imagine if you're a consumer right now on the verge of, man, I got a PlayStation 5. The PlayStation VR 2 sounds interesting. Should I go buy it? And then all of a sudden you look into things And there's no rhyme or reason. You're hearing that they're stopping manufacturing because they have so many left over. There's no word. There's
I
no
feel worse
path.
for the person who doesn't look into it. The guy
And
that's
just
like
buys it.
goes into Walmart or Best Buy, sees one on sale one day, not because Sony put it on sale, but because Best Buy did. And they're like, oh, wow, it's like $30 off. Maybe I should get a PSVR 2. It gets home and finds out that there's nothing to play. You know, the 5 titles that are good, and that's it. I would be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it's weird because, again, some of the best VR gaming moments that you'll have are going to be on this headset. But eventually you run out of those things and you're like, okay, what's next? And there is no like next.
Oh.
Like
it's a cruise ship without a captain, and now everyone's expected to walk around on this ship and just enjoy themselves with no destination, nothing coming down the pipe. Everyone's run out of food, and we're here dying on this ship together. It's just ridiculous.
Who's in charge at Sony? And there's like
clearly nobody.
Who's in charge of PlayStation VR 2 at Sony, and who is like, you know what? Cease all manufacturing of PlayStation VR 2 headsets because we have this huge surplus. But then they don't put it on sale in any way whatsoever. Like, drop it $50.
Never been a commercial, never been a press push, I've never seen it on the front of a flyer, and nothing.
We're over a year in now. We can't have a sale yet? You can't put it $50 off?
Yeah, I don't get
$50. Put it $50 off and pack in Resident Evil 8, or $50 off and pack in Gran Turismo 7. I mean, come on.
Why aren't there bundles that I can buy? I can pick. I don't like Resident Evil, so I can buy the Gran Turismo bundle. Like, it's simple marketing.
I just don't know. I don't understand who's in charge, because they put millions of dollars into this headset.
Yeah,
millions of dollars, and we're a year in, and it feels like they've completely. It feels like they're just like, whatever. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Todd, what did the PlayStation rep say to us at the Meta event that we were at last weekend?
Infuriating. And yeah, frustrating.
So we go to this event that's put on by Walmart, and it's a huge production event where they have they have a big stage, and then they have these individual tents. They have all these play areas where you can go in and play PlayStation, Xbox, and you can play Meta and play the Quest 3. So PlayStation's empty.
Well,
Xbox doesn't even have a rep there.
No rep at the Xbox booth.
Like, even if somebody wanted to go demo something, there's nobody there to even help them.
No. But the PlayStation booth guy, he was told by PlayStation, by Sony, that he had to do 15-minute demos, no more than 15-minute demos with people to get people cycled through, to let people have more time to go do other things in the big event space that we were in. He said that he couldn't keep people there longer than 3 minutes.
Yeah, nobody.
And they were all lining up outside the
Major League Baseball and
Major League Baseball
Playroom
and Minecraft.
Crazy. No, Minecraft was on the Xbox.
Oh, Minecraft was on.
They were doing Astro's Playroom.
Yeah.
Not even Astrobot. They were doing Astro's Playroom because they didn't have. But the biggest thing that he told us, because we said to him, both said it, why are you not showing the PlayStation VR 2 as the Meta booth is packed?
Yep.
Always has people in it playing. PlayStation booth is empty. Xbox, me and Todd were the ones playing.
We were playing
the whole time. We're like, it's hot. Let's go in this tent and just play the Xbox. We were playing Forza for like an hour. But we asked the dude, like, why aren't you? He's like, I got one in my car. I'm like, why aren't you displaying? He's like, well, Sony told me not to. Sony told me I can't take it out of my car.
Well, he can, but he can't do client-facing demos. So he can only take it in the back and show Walmart how to use the PlayStation VR 2. He cannot take it and show a customer of Walmart how to use it.
No, he couldn't even have it out of his car. He's like,
in his car, and he wasn't allowed to use it.
He's like, I can't even take it out of my car. I can't, because I was like, well, because he was like, every once in a while, he would get somebody that would come from the Meta booth and go to the PlayStation booth, and he was like, well, he's like, oh, we have a VR headset,
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why don't you at least have one in the booth so people look at it and go, oh, there's a VR headset there.
See it.
He's like, I can't even do that. He's like, I can't show it.
Unbelievable.
It's like Sony's fucking embarrassed of this headset.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to show it to anybody.
Keep that thing in your trunk, mister.
And really, they're like, you can't take it out of your car. I'm like, what? I was shocked when this guy. This is the guy that runs the entire Southeast for Sony, of setting up all the demos and setting up all the promotions in the Southeast. And they tell him, Don't take it out of your car.
I know.
It's
That's
like
great. I
it's,
just want to
like,
say hello to
it's
TikTok.
like it's the
because-
redheaded stepchild of Sony.
Yeah, TikTok, the live studio every once in a while comes up and says, "We don't think you're real."
We're real. We're real. I promise.
It's like a
We're
recorded
AI.
video or something. So hello to all the people over on TikTok.
What's up, TikTok people? We're AI, and it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, right.
Literally, I don't understand. I don't understand
don't know.
Sony. They put all this money behind this to develop this headset, and it's like they just like, whatever. Like I literally think whoever decided they were going to do this has gone. Like they've left, and they're not either not at Sony, or maybe it was Jim Ryan and he's out of here now.
He's
I don't even
gone,
know if it
right?
was
So-
Jim Ryan. It didn't even feel like Jim Ryan was behind this either. Like it felt like he was a little bit, but it was like in the end, it like was he? Like
Yeah,
I
Right.
don't know. I mean, like where's the leadership that's just completely abandoned this headset? I've never seen a company abandon a headset less than. I mean, even HTC doesn't abandon their headsets this fast.
yeah,
They didn't.
Really?
They didn't abandon the Vive Flow this fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And maybe they aren't. Maybe they have this grand scheme that we don't know about. But fuck, you think you'd want to tell somebody? You might want to mention something to keep people interested. Because let me ask you this: there was somebody who sent something to Flat to VR, and it was kind of begging us to like, please make sure that we're supporting PlayStation VR 2. And I can tell you this: we will make every effort that we can to bring some of these Flat VR games to PlayStation if it makes sense. That's all I can say. Like, if it makes sense, if I want to do it. I'm a PlayStation fan. If I can do it, we'll do it.
But if
But-
you're going to spend all that money and all that time and port it to 20 people, what's the
I
point?
got to make sure there's people there playing it. And here's
Right.
this is what he said. He's like, if you look at some of the sales numbers, Sony's doing actually better than the Quest 3. If you look at sales for the holidays, Sony is selling more than the Quest 3. The Quest 3 is not doing as good. And I said, look, some of your points you're making are valid. The points that you're missing here is the Quest 3 may not be doing as good as the PlayStation VR 2, or maybe it wasn't around Christmas time. But the problem with that is the Quest 3 has a competitor that is in its own company that is a really good headset that is way less in price in the Quest 2. So you can't compare the Quest 3 to the sales to the PlayStation sales, and I guarantee you the Quest 3 sales have already caught up to the PlayStation sales, because the PlayStation
sure.
sales was like a faucet. I guarantee it is probably a slow trickle right now on PlayStation VR 2 sales. Quest 3 sales are probably going like this. PlayStation VR 2 sales are probably going like this. So to me, I said you can't compare the two, because again, the Quest 3 has a very big competitor that's actually its brother headset in the Quest 2. So you're more apt to compare the two. Take Quest 3, take Quest 2, take those total sales numbers, then you
Right.
you put them against the PlayStation, then it's a different story,
It's
because the
like
Quest
people
2
comparing-
outsold everything.
It's like comparing. I hear this all the time in my day job. People comparing iOS or Apple phones to Samsung phones. That is not a comparison that should be made. You should be comparing iOS phones to Android phones, because there's
Mhm.
50 manufacturers of Android phones. And the same thing, like you can't compare a PSVR 2 sales to Quest 3, because you have to include the Quest 2, because it's the same ecosystem.
Yeah, and that's where I am with this now. Like, I don't even know right now. Like, we know it sold pretty well. Like, when it had a decent first year. We heard some numbers early on. They had sold over 600,000 early on, and those numbers were going up near the holiday. So I'm sure the PlayStation VR 2 did well. But the problem is, right now there's like no path. Again, there's no structure, there's no leadership, there's no voice that's saying this is what we're doing for Sony to support the PlayStation VR 2 headset. So how many people have lost faith? How many of these things are sold, and how many are sitting in closets somewhere because they just like, there's nothing here for me anymore. I've already played the big ones that I wanted to play. Now I'm going to put it in the closet and I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Crazy.
What is up, Scott Albright? How are you doing, man? We have a $99.99 super chat. Are you ready for Sweden? And hell yeah, man, I am ready for
Hell
Sweden. I
yeah.
cannot wait. I got my itinerary today, and yeah, I mean, this is going to be super cool, man. Guys, we have, I think, Scott, if you're here in chat, can we tell people about this event, or do I got to keep it quiet? I
That's a
won't
good
say anything
question.
until you
Yeah.
until you answer in chat, but I won't say anything, but yeah, I mean, I am. I'll just say this: I am ready for Sweden for sure. I will be headed to Sweden in June. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be
We can talk about it. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, so
Okay, cool.
Combat Waffle Studios, Ghost of Tabor, they are they're Scott and Duncan Proper D are headed to Sweden where Beyond Frames is and for a few days in June. And I'm gonna fly out there, Todd, and meet and hang out with those guys because I love them. Number one, and it's gonna be
yeah.
we're gonna go hang out with Beyond Frames, the publisher of Ghost of Tabor, and we're gonna spend a few days there, and then we're gonna go meet you. We're gonna fly from Sweden over to London. We're gonna go meet you because Ghost of Tabor is having a event in London on the 12th, I believe, right?
11th.
The 11th. I'm sorry. Yeah, is it like Tuesday the 11th?
Tuesday the 11th of June. Yep.
And it's going to be super cool, man. It's going to be some play sessions of Ghost of Tabor. We're going to have a lot of the Combat Waffle Ghost of Tabor team out there, which is going to be pretty damn amazing in London. And
That's gonna be super cool.
and I think some other creators too are going to be out there. So yeah, I just can't wait, man. It's gonna be so cool. And I get to hang out with Scott and Proper, just two people that
And we
I
get to see
absolutely love.
Z-Storm, and we get to see the whole crew. Like, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, absolutely. We should think
Haven't
about
seen
doing
in a
some
while.
kind of live show out there, man, and do our cast out there in some way. I don't know how we can make it happen, but that would be cool, man. With all that team out there, we're gonna be busy, I think, doing other stuff. But if we can make something happen, we will. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that.
For sure. Prepare your liver. Yeah.
I know, right? It's gonna be rough. Scott, we are going to. I think Proper needs to prepare because that Scott already told me, he's like, my goal is to make sure Proper's drunk every day.
Excellent. Excellent.
I love it. Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of fun. And I've actually never been. You've been to Sweden. You went to see
Yeah, I was there. Resolution
Resolution
brought me
Games.
in, and
yeah.
in 2022 at the end of the year, Resolution brought me there, and it was amazing. Stockholm is gorgeous. I would move there, man. It is so beautiful, that city. Yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I've never been to London though, so that's gonna be cool. That'll be my first trip over there. So that's super exciting.
I was gonna talk about this a little bit later, but let's get it out of the way now. Ghost of Tabor, Todd, launched onto Pico.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Pico 4, yeah.
Pico 4 and Pico 3, Pico Neo 3
Pico Neo
Link.
3, yeah.
Ghost of Tabor launched onto there, especially and also launched with their huge update. What was the name of that update? I can't remember now. It's blanking in my head, but it's a huge update with the underground system under Immersed. It's the Collector's Awakening edition. Yeah, it's super cool, man. So you have this new boss, which is the Collector. He's in the underground area, but it's a really cool area. You have some new weapons, whole bunch of new stuff. I mean, Ghost of Tabor team is just they kill it, man. They always do. Combat Waffle Studios, they always kill it. They're always putting new content out to keep the game fresh. I would say it's as popular now as it's ever been, right?
Yeah, and they're constantly coming out with DLCs and stuff. Like, I'm looking through their packs. I didn't realize the packs were all going to be available on Pico right away, but they're there. Nuclear Night
the
edition.
packs all there too. That's
yeah,
pretty
Join or
cool.
Die
Okay.
edition is there. The Uwu weapon pack is there. It's all there. So
All
that's
crossplay too now. So like you will be playing, if you're playing on Steam, if you're playing on Quest, if you're playing on Pico, everybody's going to be crossplay together. So that's just another audience that they have now for bringing new players in. So more people in the maps. It's a good thing. More
And honestly,
audience.
I think it would look really good on a Pico 4.
I do too.
I just might have to try that because I like the Pico 4. I just don't ever use it much.
I know,
This might
right?
be an excuse to turn it back on.
All right. We need keys. We need
Yeah,
keys
like
for the
really,
Pico.
like this PSVR 2 is next, he says, since you
And
bought
that's
a
cool.
PS app before I came in. Yeah.
Hey,
So this is the
I'm
kind of
down.
stuff that they need though,
Yeah,
to get more
they need
people to
it.
actually want a PlayStation VR 2. So
100%. This is what I said. This is what I said last night during the stream. Sony should be out there right now, knocking on the doors of like Combat Waffle Studios and knocking on the doors of Caveman Studios and contractors and breachers and begging them.
include
Actually, breachers is already there, right? But begging them to bring their, please bring your game over here so we can get some people here. See that, and I just don't see that happening. Like, I don't see, Sony just like really putting enough into helping the developers bring the games over. Like, I think they're like, hey, if you want to bring your game here, you can, and that's the best you get. Like, I just don't see like, hey, what do you need? What can we help you with to get your game here? How do we make it? How do we make it happen? How do we make it easy for you? Because I would love to play Ghost of Tabor on on Sony on the PlayStation VR 2 headset because it's a freaking great headset. Those OLED lenses are fantastic. I want the haptics in the face. I want the eye tracking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the controllers are great too. I love the controllers. So I mean, there's a ton that I love about this headset. I just want them to support it. I want them to support it so the developers can go there easily and want it should be a no-brainer. This is freaking Sony. It shouldn't be, oh man, as a developer, do I go to Sony? It should be, oh my God, I need to put this game on the Sony. I mean, where have we gotten to where how is Sony at the point now where you have developers questioning whether it's fiscally responsible or financially reasonable for them to put their game there? Like, this is Sony.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're back on the rant.
I know I'm back on the rant. I know. I'm sorry. I had to talk about this again because it lit me up last night during the stream, and I was like, I don't know.
I'm trying to stream Power Wash Simulator, and he's losing his shit over PlayStation.
I love the headset. That's my biggest thing. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there because they hear my rants about it, and they're like, oh man, you just hate the headset. And that's not the case. I love it. Like, when Ghost of Tabor goes to PlayStation VR 2, that may be the place that I want to play it the most. Like, that may be the version that I just completely fall in love with, and I've got more hours in the Steam version than anything. I got hundreds of hours in the Steam version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I might end up playing it more on the PlayStation version because it's a great headset. And the visuals are awesome. Heroka says it has to be a rant at least once a stream. I haven't ranted in a long time. This has been a while.
It has been a while. Yeah, it's been kind of.
Well, let's move on from it. I can't wait. Let's we'll have some more information about the Ghost of Tabor event. But Todd will be out there. Myself will be out there. Again, a lot of the Combat Waffle team will be there. Scott and Proper D, and we'll all wear our Apple Vision Pro headsets while we're out there. You got to tell Scott. You had to pick. Yeah, look at it. You know it. Now tell everybody what a big piece of crap your big screen headset is. That I told you were going to hate.
Ever use that again.
Yeah, I know. See, again, another I told you so. I told you.
Here's a little rant. I my big screen beyond. Everybody knows the story. How long fucking headache I've had with that headset.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on yesterday because we were going into RiffXR.
Yep.
And I'm like, perfect time. This is a Steam game. I haven't played Steam games in a while that aren't on my Quest because that's normally how I do it. Let's plug in. And so I reran all my wiring from my headset, plugged in the big screen, got it up there. It looked great. Looks beautiful. They still haven't shipped me the audio strap. So I can't hear nothing.
Oh, no.
It doesn't have a mic built. Oh, it does have a mic built in, so people could hear me, I guess, but I couldn't hear anybody. So I had to take it off.
Is there a port? Is there a port to hook up?
Yeah, there's USB-C. There's 2 USB-C ports. One's for peripherals and one's for. I'm assuming
USB-C.
Well, you have to use wireless to your computer, like a Wi-Fi headset.
Right, exactly. Oh my God.
You can't.
Big screen.
And I bought the audio strap a year and a half ago. Still haven't seen it.
Philozic says he got one for real, and Artful says, did Todd buy one? What do you guys think? I think anybody questioning listen, come on. This is what I said earlier. Anybody questioning the fact that he wasn't going to get one, you guys don't watch the show. I guarantee.
Oh, come on. I was seriously not going to get one. I was.
I told you you were full of it.
But Brad is very convincing. He showed me things that I could do with this that you hadn't even thought of.
No, I know. No, I mean, Brad is the ultimate with these headsets. He knows everything.
Yeah. You should hear the conversations him and I are having in chats and stuff. And like he was in my house the other day. We were doing all kinds of testing on my screens and setting up moonlight and sunshine and customizing things. And it is ridiculous how effective and efficient I can work in that headset. It is freaking amazing. I love it. And I don't have to hook up to anything if I don't want to.
Hey, what's up? Jay Dunn is in chat. Getting Things Done is in chat. It says, would love to hear your thoughts around the change with Immersed this week, Todd. And yeah, we should probably talk about this.
We should talk about it because everyone knows I love that program.
Yeah.
And we have a good relationship with the guys at Immersed. Renji, I love him. I love what he's doing. I love the idea of this new headset that's coming out, the visor. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited for it. I think this was a hiccup. Like I get that they They're having issues on the development side of the program where they're supporting all these multiple monitors that people are having. Think of how many manufacturers make monitors. They all have to be compatible inside the headset. So it does cause an issue. I get it. But I also work in like a podcast studio. This is also where I work when I'm not doing the podcast. So I have multiple monitors on the side. I have a giant ass 55-inch curved thing in front of me. And for me to unplug them is never going to happen. I would have to move so much equipment and furniture to get behind my desk to where they're plugged in. It won't happen.
Well, let's explain to people what it is, what's happening. So when you go in now, before when you went into Immersed, if you had multiple monitors hooked up in your real physical setup, you could bring each one into Immersed.
And then you could add virtual ones if you wanted to add more.
Right, you could add more. Like, so if you had a 3-monitor setup, which a lot of people do, or a 2-monitor setup, like a lot of people have their main monitor in the middle and then they have a vertical on one side. I have my main monitor in the middle, I have a vertical on one side, and I have 2 verticals I haven't mounted yet on the other side. So eventually I'll have a 4-monitor setup. And so a lot of people have multiple setups, but what they currently did was they made it so where if you have multiple monitors, you can't use the app. You have to physically unplug your monitors or anything but your main monitor. You have to unplug them from your PC.
And it's not even unplugging power. Like I thought that maybe I could hook him up into a power bar situation and then just hit a button and my monitor's
power
turn
the
off.
monitors off. Yeah,
I can live with that. Doesn't work.
Nope.
My computer still sees that monitor even though there's no power. I just yank the cords out and it still doesn't work. So you have to physically unplug them from the back of the computer, which in a lot of cases is just not easily done.
Yeah.
I work for oil companies. I do IT work and consulting, and I don't have anyone that has less than 2 monitors in their office. 3, 4 televisions as well hooked up to their computers so they can, live stream from the field, and multiple monitors is still a thing. So I'm a little shocked that this happened, but I get it. Like there's issues on the back end. We're probably the same. We're probably like the minority, right? Like I think on their Discord they're talking about,
I think he said
2% of people.
2% of the population have more than 1 monitor.
So I get it. Like to invest money into programming for 2% of your user base is kind of stupid. So I get that.
Well, here's the thing.
Doesn't mean I need to like it.
Yeah, no. And here's the thing I would do. Like I get it too. Like I get it. It's not cheap. It's not easy. It's not.
They spent
it's expensive.
6 weeks trying to develop a button that it could put into the program to turn off monitors or disconnect them, and it just couldn't make it work on every situation.
Right.
So half people it worked, some people it didn't work, and then then they're just fighting tech support for 2% of their population.
What I probably would have figured out though is if it's feasible to charge people a service. Like if you have multiple monitors, if you buy,
I don't even think it's because there's multiple. I think it's just overhead on the program.
I get it.
To develop more into the program for those 2%, you're caught. Like if you're putting it behind a paywall, it would have to be extremely expensive to make it work.
Yeah.
Right. Like I get it if there's 75% of you put it behind a $5 paywall or whatever, and you make your money back to pay your developers to fix the problems. But when there's only 2% of the people, you got to put it behind the $300 paywall or something to make it worthwhile so you can pay these people. These guys don't work for free. So
it's just tough because it eliminates me. Like I have multiple monitors. I literally can't unplug them to use it.
So I will no doubt still use this program. Like I have a laptop, and when I go,
it's on the Apple Vision Pro now, so you could use it there too.
I have, and when I'm downtown, I actually unplugged one of my monitors downtown. Like I took it right off my desk because I don't need it. And I'm using it down there and it works fine. On my Apple Vision Pro, it looks great, works great. But in my home, I'll never use it here anymore. I'll have to use it, on conventions and stuff is where I used to use it before on my laptop. I will continue to use it there. It's just kind of sucky that this all happened.
Yeah. And I think, and look, there's a lot of things going around, about, Immersed and Renji and, people getting banned and, a lot of things, guys, they're trust me, they're not looking for this issue, right? They're trying to get through this as best they can. They had to make a decision that was unpopular. Companies do it all the time. They're trying to work through it. I mean, and there's probably some there's some people that were like pretty, I'm sure it's a little bit of both. You get this happens. You get some people that are way over the top that you
For
just have
sure.
to ban. And then you have some people maybe on their side that maybe took things wrong or were a little oversensitive on the immerse size, and they ended up
You
banning people
can't
that
take things
probably
personally.
shouldn't.
I've been working in customer service for almost 30 years. You cannot take things personally.
Yeah.
So
Yep. What
yeah,
I've come to see with these things is there's probably a spot in the middle where is really the truth, and then you have the extremes over here and the extremes over here that are probably way overblown. So while this is not great for immersed, they will come through this. They're going to be fine. They'll figure
yeah.
this out. The visor's not dead. They're still going to make the visor. It's still going to be a great headset, I believe.
And someone
Um,
said, but the people that use a visor are very likely to have multiple monitors. I disagree. I think people that use a visor are going to be the ones that are using it at Starbucks and using it at an
Mm.
Airbnb and using it on an airplane, and they're not going to have multiple monitors. I can see how we're the minority.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I can see that, yeah, it financially doesn't make sense. I get it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. I get it.
Yeah. I really think
Sucks.
the future is moving away from monitors. Like, and I'm not
Totally.
there yet. I am super old school. I love my monitor setup. I love my desk. But
Brad's
there are
trying to convince me to
times,
go headless downtown in my office.
yeah,
But that means no monitors
no
at all.
monitors. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't, and I get it. Like, we set it up where when you got your headset, I picked up a keyboard, I picked up one of the Magic Pads, and it literally
Yeah.
with the programs Moonlight and Sunlight, you can bring your desktop, any kind of desktop. It doesn't have to be a Mac. You can bring your regular desktop
Mhm.
into the headset,
But only
and
one monitor.
only one monitor, yes, from what your current monitor is for sure.
But the beauty
Um,
of the Apple Vision Pro
but you
is
can
you
open up
have
you can
one
open up
monitor
17 different screens.
and you have Discord in an app, and you have Teams running in an app, and I have Outlook running in an app, and so I only need one monitor.
Right. Right. Because that's the whole thing, right? You have multiple I have multiple monitors here because I need to have, Discord running over here, and I need to have YouTube, and I need to have Restream, and I need to have, my show notes. So I've got all these little monitors set up to have different things, but in the Apple Vision Pro, all I need is this one monitor to run my desktop. I can open up separate windows that
You
are
can open
just
up Google
apps.
Docs and have your
Yeah.
documents over
Right.
there. You can, like it's
So
pretty
literally, you
fun.
could have 15 windows in the Apple Vision Pro. They're just individual apps being opened up into windows, and you only need your desktop to be the one window. That's all,
I
because that just
put
needs your computer.
Spotify behind me. I put it right behind
Mhm.
my head so that the audio is right behind me when I'm listening to music and stuff.
Dude, I love setting up
Wow.
my whole setup in the morning. Like, it's one of the like, I go out, I'll get my coffee, I'll set up my screens exactly where I want them. So I have Discord over here, I have my email over here, I've got YouTube on the front. You know what I mean? I've got
Hmm.
something playing in the background. I go through my Twitter posts.
Yep.
To me, it's like it's the best way to kind of like start the workflow, start my day in my workflow without having to sit at my desk, which is super cool.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm now. I was when I was doing Immersed. I was probably 3 hours a day in the headset, 3 to 4 hours a day,
mhm.
and that was usually maybe 3 days a week. And now
How many
I'm
hours?
6 hours plus a day every day
You spent 12 hours there. What, the first day you got
on
home
Monday.
from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 12 hours in the headset on Monday.
You should have seen him spending money. Oh my God,
It
it was
was
amazing.
ridiculous.
I almost got him to pay. I almost got him to go for the. So
No,
you
you
didn't
did
go.
not.
You didn't go for the extra battery, which I was a little
Yeah, I
shocked.
did.
Oh no, you did. You didn't go for the
I got
case.
2 batteries.
That's right. He did go for the extra battery, which is
And that's come in handy because I've already been like, oh, I'm in the middle of shit, and my
told
battery's
you.
gonna die. But
Yeah.
I also bought a couple of these that are like super powerful, so I can put
Oh, what
this.
is that?
It's just a like a 30,000 mAh battery,
Oh, okay.
so I can
You're
plug this
using that
into
too?
the Apple Vision Pro and just have them both in my pocket, and it would
Yeah.
last me for like 10 hours. It's crazy.
Yep. It's super good. Todd, just let's talk about what everybody says is I can do all these things on my Quest 3, and I keep telling people, yes, you
You
probably
can.
can do to an extent. Yes, you can.
I haven't
But
run
there's
into anything that
so
I
much
couldn't do
more.
before.
But it's not even that you can't. I say to an
It's the ease
extent
of use.
because it's ease of use and the way
Yeah.
you can do it. Like, it's not the same. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same.
No.
The scale of it is not the same. That's the difference between a $500 headset and a
Mhm.
$3,500 headset.
And the
Um,
clarity is ridiculous.
It's so crazy.
But I will say, and like today I used we have our company board meetings in VR, and we couldn't do it in Immersed this week because we're still trying to figure out how to, do the monitor thing. So we put it on hold in Immersed, and today we did it inside of Horizon Workrooms. So I had to use a Quest to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the Quest on for about 2 hours today, and the Apple Vision Pro on for like 4 hours today. And I can say that the Quest is far brighter image, like way brighter. Like the pass through looks way.
Oh
better. The quality of the pass through is obviously better with the Apple Vision Pro because the camera.
Yeah, you're just saying the lighting. The lighting
is drastically different. Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
Here's
I'd heard about it, like I'd seen some videos, but to actually physically take my Quest off, which is right here, and put my Apple Vision Pro on.
Here's where the biggest difference, though, is that Quest 3, for it to have decent looking pass through, you need to have a super bright room. And it's not exactly that way in the Apple Vision Pro. Like I've been in a very dim, it does get degraded, but nowhere near as much as the Quest 3. When you get into low light situations with that
low
Quest
light,
3,
the
it
Apple
gets
works better.
so grainy looking.
Sure.
But you can handle it with the Apple Vision Pro. And
definitely a different
the just doing something simple like the half immersion where you go from like being in your environment and just turn that knob at the top, and then all of a sudden
that's kind of how I've been doing it, right? So I sit here to work. I move my keyboard out of the way so I can use the Apple keyboard,
and
then I spin it halfway so that from like right at the edge of my peripheral and forward is like the lake view. But behind me, I can still see my wife and my kids and my dog when they come into the office to talk to me. So behind me is all real world, and in front of me is all VR. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's just a good headset. And again, we're not touting that anybody should go buy this. Todd, how much did it end up costing you?
Is my wife watching?
Yeah, of course she is. She knows.
She knows, yeah. It was about, well, in my funds, it was about $5,600 Canadian.
Yeah, so so you did buy it here, which is
I had to buy it in the States because I can't buy them here.
Right. So you can't get it in Canada. It's not available in Canada. So he that's one of the biggest things, right? Like you tried it here and you're like, I'm here, I'm gonna get it. So you picked it up. It was, for you here in American dollars, it was
$4,000 or
it was
something.
$4,200, I think, or something like that.
$4,200.
And then you had to go buy headphones because you can't pair just any you can't pair anything with the.
It turns out you can.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Oh, what can you pair?
Anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't give you spatial audio though, or
see, that's
like
7.1. You want
so.
So you got the Beats, right? Which will give you the spatial audio, and then the AirPods will give you spatial audio.
The AirPods are the best experience for sure, but I hate these things, let alone AirPods. So.
How are your Beats? I haven't even taken mine.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah. On my way home from your place, I watched Star Wars in 3D in the Apple Vision Pro on the airplane, and used the headphones, and it was awesome.
You were using it in the car. So like before you even bought yours, we were driving. We had to drive to this event for Meta.
The event was 2 hours away. I'm like, I'm bringing your headset.
Yeah. So Todd's in the passenger seat in my
turned
Tesla.
on travel mode and had a great time. Yeah.
What'd you think of the Tesla?
Oh, it's super cool.
Yeah, Tesla's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that thing. The drive mode, the self-drive mode.
Figured that out while I was there. Self-drive.
Yeah, it's pissed off at me though. It's like because I disobeyed it so many times that it's like you can't use drive mode for like 3 days.
Yeah, you're putting time out. Yeah,
it timed me out. It's like you're in trouble because if you take your hands off the steering wheel for too long, or if you don't face your eyes forward because it sees your eyes from a camera.
Stop napping behind the wheel, for God's sake.
It'll tell you. So yeah, it's pissed at me, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. We're self-driving, all this way to this place in a Tesla as Todd's got his Apple Vision Pro headset on. It was pretty surreal.
Pretty funny, yeah. Getting things done in chats like, welcome to the Vision Pro family, Todd. Yes.
Yeah.
Now that we're gonna have to do like a big persona call and
we could do it. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's one of the things is like there's not a lot of people that have this headset normally, so it's tough to get a lot of people in there. Like Brad's got one, I got one, Jasmine's got one, Todd.
I did a FaceTime call with my wife though after I bought it from your place.
Yep.
And she thought it was the weirdest thing ever to see my little
of course
persona. Yeah, it was cool.
They've got some interesting stuff coming. I saw the Spatial Runner is like a new game, like a spatial, running game, one of those runners.
I played a game probably on Tuesday or something, that uses your hands like Iron Man. Like
Really?
you close your hands and it charges, and then you can open your hands and fire these laser beams at these
That's cool.
goblins and shit. I was like, I didn't expect to see any types of games like that on the Apple Vision Pro for sure. You know,
They're getting more.
controllable.
They're getting more
I was-
things,
I
and
was
let's talk.
surprised.
Let's talk about that before we get into the Apple Vision-Lite. So they are getting this experience from Marvel, Todd. So this is an Apple Vision Pro only exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah.
This is an hour-long experience from Marvel on the Apple Vision Pro. It's called the What If immersive story. The Marvel Studios What If an immersive story. So it's basically set in the Marvel universe. It's like the multiverse or whatever. So it's going to be an hour-long experience where you get to control things with your hands.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool.
It's going to be very
their-
cool.
Disney's whole app is like an immersive
Mhm.
experience. Like just watching Disney movies inside the headset, you can put yourself into the spaces of these movies, which is just bizarre.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, I'm glad that they're building stuff for this headset now. I mean, they're these are the things that we've been waiting to see, which is apps that are actually built for this headset. Or it can be a game, it can be an app, it can be an experience or whatever you want it to be. But these are the things that you can do, and this is an hour long thing. It's not just a quick tech 5-minute tech demo, which we've seen a lot of. This is a pretty cool experience that I'm very much looking forward to. There are some quick experience, like they have a Kung Fu Panda one on there
It's
for
cute. Yeah.
like a Kung Fu Panda
Meditation
4
kind
to kind of promote that. They did that little meditation app, which it's fun, it's cool. There's a couple other little things like that. Like you said, Disney has their immersive environments where you can watch a movie, a Disney Plus movie from the Avengers headquarters in New York, where you're out on in the balcony and this is pretty cool thing. So
I have a Disney Plus Apple Vision Pro trailer here. I think this talks about the new thing, but if anything, it just talks about the immersiveness between Disney.
yeah, let's take a look. Very cool, man.
That's very cool,
I like that they showed the new experience on there. That was cool.
They did
the
right at the
Marvel
beginning.
experience. Yeah, they showed it
Yeah.
in the library. So yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. We're gonna see more stuff like this. Like this is just the tip of the iceberg. And Todd, they have a new headset that's going to be coming, reportedly in 2025. That is the Apple Vision-Lite. That potentially could be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000.
I think so. Yeah.
And so this is going to be affordable. But my question is, it's all over the place on what this headset's going to be. But they're reporting 10 million.
Yeah, I have the leak here.
Yeah, go ahead and put the
So,
or say it. You
I,
can just
I
you can
don't want
read
to
it.
put it up yet.
You can read it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it says here Wall Street Insights exclusively learned from the supply chain that Apple Vision's Standard Edition, the popular version of the Vision Pro, will be finalized in October of this year, 2024. The weight will be 2/3 of the Vision Pro,
400
about
ounces.
400 grams.
Yeah, 400 grams. I'm sorry.
And the supply chain will be prepared in the tens of millions.
Right.
So that's components
Yeah.
collectively, right? It's
Yeah,
not
we
like they're going to
talked.
send 10 million of these things.
Right.
But
We talked to Brad about that, and he said, be careful with that number because there are multiple components in this thing that you could be
they all come from the
counting.
same type of
Right. They'll
supply
also come
chain.
in the same place. So
Mhm.
10 million could probably be more like 3 or 4 million because you're going to have multiple
Even that
components.
might be high. but
Yeah, you could maybe it's a couple million, but I do think they should be setting themselves up for at least a few million.
The leak also says the standard version of Vision was originally scheduled to be released in the fall of 2025, but now Apple may advance that to June.
Yeah. Crazy, dude. Here's my thing, and like
Half the price, I bet.
again, what are they sacrificing out of this headset to get it to that price? Because to me, you've had this headset now, you've tried it, you've seen the power of it. I
I
don't
hope they
know.
sacrifice the aluminum and the glass, and
Those are the here's the two things I
those are
would say
terrible things on this headset.
you can. I could give two shits about the glass in the
could care
front and
less,
the
And the
image of
eyeball
your
thing?
eyes. That's all
Get
shit
rid of
you'll
all that
never
shit.
use.
Yep.
You won't need it. But they're talking about using a different chip in this thing. They're talking about not using the M2 chip.
Mhm.
They're talking about using the Apple phone, the Apple the Apple i15 or whatever it is. That chip that's in that, or the next one, which would be like the 17 or 18 chip. What do they call it? Which
I
to
don't know. Like
me,
the M4 is out now, but that's their MacBook chip.
yeah,
Like the M2 is what's in there now, and that's the old MacBook chip.
yeah. So they're talking about not the M2, which is this is possible. This isn't set. Nobody really knows. This is just reports and leaks. But they're talking about using the iPhone 15 chip, which is what did they say here? Yeah, instead of the M series chipset is likely to lack the iSight front display, which is fine. The A17 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro model has a GPU with 6 cores that's roughly 60% less powerful as the M2 GPU. So it seems reasonable that the A18 or 19, which is the next chip up from that, is going to be powering this headset. But basically, what this means,
less than the
it's
M2.
going to be a phone chip and not
Right.
the MacBook Pro chip that we've become used to in this headset. That is worrisome for me.
That could turn it into a Quest competitor if it's another phone on your face, really.
Well, they also talk here about, probably not likely, but possible to keep the cost down that they go to LCD screens instead of OLED, instead of the micro OLED. That is a huge mistake. If
That's a bad idea. Yeah.
I think that's and it probably it's not likely, but if they do to keep the cost down, and availability as well, because remember the biggest issue right now that Apple's having, they can't get the screens, they can't get the displays.
Yeah.
Like Sony's making their displays, and one of the reasons that they didn't sell as many as they wanted to, or they kept their numbers low, is they knew they didn't have the displays even to make, the numbers that they needed. So what they're saying here is like just for the point of them knowing they have a lot of LCD displays that they could use instead of the micro OLED, might push them to that, plus keeping the cost down. But I think that's a crazy mistake.
If they drop it to a cell phone chip and to OLED or LCD screens from OLED screens, it better be $1,000. Like if it's $2,000, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying here it's $1,500 to $2,000 or $2,500 or something. Yeah, $1,500 to $2,500.
Wow.
If it's $2,500 and it loses all that shit,
That is a big drop. Yep.
If it's at $2,000 and they keep everything that you have currently now, but they get rid of the glass front and they get rid of the cameras that shows your eyes.
And the aluminum housing, like make it plastic. Like we don't need aluminum.
Well, take the weight down too, which is
so
fine.
heavy. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so first off, I'm very happy that they're doing this. I'm glad they're pushing this more consumer friendly headset quicker. It's great that we'll see it. I mean, I want Apple to support this as much as possible. I'm completely blown away by this headset, but I don't see me like going, oh man, I wish I waited and got this other headset. No, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm
And
nervous.
we had read some of these leaks with Brad before I went and bought mine because I was like, well, maybe I'll just wait then if this
You're
is
like,
all
"No."
the shit's coming.
You're like, nah,
And he's like, I wouldn't wait.
No.
It's not gonna be the same.
it's not gonna
at
be
all.
the same. Yeah.
At all. Yeah.
No. But again, 35. I mean, how many people can spend 5,000 Canadian dollars on a headset?
I don't know.
You know
I
what I
can't,
mean?
obviously, I can't recommend people go buy it, but if you
Yeah.
can afford it, like if you're looking to replace your laptop or something, that's what I was doing. I was in the process of buying a new laptop for my conventions and stuff when we go away, we travel. My laptop weighs like 14 pounds with the brick on
The
it because
brick,
it's got
yeah.
a 3080 Ti graphics card in it. Like it's way overkill. And so I was looking for a ultra thin Surface Pro is what I was looking at,
Mm-hmm.
and they're $3,500.
Right.
So it's a write off for me. So it's easy for me to just go and buy that sort of thing. So for work, so I
Right.
can use it not in just in VR stuff, but in my normal job, I can use it. And there's a lot of benefits to me having that kind of equipment.
Plus, instead, if you use the headset,
So
and
then
you can get business use out of it. It makes sense.
how I can do everything on the headset.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first things that you tried when you were here with my headset, you're like, "Can I remote in from this? Can I get into my PC and remote into a client's PC from this headset from Florida to Canada?" And you
Without
did.
having to remote into my PC, I wanted to see if I could natively access all my clients' machines. Like I have 170 machines I take care of every day.
Right.
I need to be able to have access to them all the time. I can do it from my phone. It sucks, but I can in a pinch. But
Yep.
I can do it from my laptop. So I take my laptop everywhere. So with your headset, I'm like, I'm just going to install all my work shit on here and see if I can actually function. And it was perfect. I could do everything. There wasn't anything I could do that I needed to hook up to a computer first, which was ideal.
Yeah. Yeah. Ender's V Arcade says, but yeah, Apple doesn't do cheap by and large. And I don't assume that they'll do that and do like, cheap out and go with the LCD screens. I assume they'll stay OLED and but they want to make this thing affordable. Like they have to take some stuff out of it. Like, what do they take out? Like where are they sacrificing?
Or subsidize it like Meta's been doing, but Apple's really not prone to
I
doing
don't
that sort of
see
thing,
them
so.
doing that. Like they didn't do it with this headset. Maybe they take a little bit more of a hit. I don't know. I'm curious to see what it'll be. I'm glad they're doing it. That's the main thing. I'm glad they're doing it. Like this is big that the Apple is still they're happy enough with the Vision Pro and those sales that they're like, let's go do it again. And we talked to the guy there and this wasn't like a huge Apple store. It was a decent sized Apple store.
Mhm.
Todd, every station had people demoing the
Oh,
Apple
yeah.
Vision Pro.
Yep.
And we asked the guy, we're like, how busy are you still buying them, or people are still buying them? And he said, it's decently busy, people still buying them. But he did say that they've catered their demos
Right.
to people a little bit more now. So I think they were doing some generic demos, and they've kind
They
of
had a scripted demo when the headset first came out, and it was a good 45-minute demo to everybody that wanted to look at it. And now you can go in, request a demo, and they'll actually ask you what it is you expect to do with the headset, and then they'll cater the demo to that.
Yep.
Which is smart.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the whole watching movies and stuff is very minimal to what I need the headset for. So I wouldn't have liked to sit there for 20 minutes and watching shit about movies. I don't care. I needed functionality.
Yeah, I need to be able to work in it for sure.
Yeah.
But it is cool. It is amazing if you want to watch a movie or play games. If you want to play,
don't watch movies in it.
If you want to watch a movie or play your Steam game,
I've been watching Fallout in it exclusively.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, I don't know. If I'm ever going to do any kind of gaming that's not VR, I am not doing anything but that headset.
If you've got the money to buy a Vario XR4, buy an Apple Vision Pro.
Oh, absolutely.
Without
or if you're a person, and you're not worried about like watching a whole bunch of TV with your family, but if you were about to go spend a ton of money on a big TV, one of these nice OLED TVs, and you're going to spend $5-6 grand or whatever, I would buy this instead.
Yeah,
I don't know why you'd ever watch TV on a regular TV. I just don't see.
No, unless I'm watching a movie with my kids, I watch it on this.
Who wants to do that? But it's cool. I mean, I'm sure we'll be hearing more from Todd and him and Brad's antics that they're getting into.
Probably,
with the Apple Vision Pro, and maybe we'll do some cool stuff in there together too.
I called him the other day. I don't know if I should be telling you this, but he was laying in bed when I called him. So to me, he was laying on the floor in my office.
Like, Brad, get off the floor, man.
For God's sake.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's you know what? I want to show something. I have a so this is my Quest. A lot of you guys have probably had the same thing. You guys know what this is. It's the new Bobo, right?
Mhm.
Very nice. I hate it,
hate
but
it.
it's
I don't
very
like it
nice.
either.
But I hate this thing, and people are probably like, "Bobo is amazing. How do you hate this thing?"
It's
This
so
thing
heavy.
weighs 400 pounds, dude.
It's so heavy.
I hate it. And to be honest, I don't like the Halo strap. I just
Yeah.
don't. Now this new battery is a bigger battery. And they have a new dock for the battery too, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because you can't use your old Bobo batteries with this new battery. It's bigger. But God, this thing is heavy. Yeah, there it goes. Oh yeah, you got another battery. I didn't get another battery.
I did.
Nice. There's no battery that comes in that dock, right?
No.
Yeah. That's cool. It's nice to have two of them. I actually did get another. He sent me another battery too, but I lost my first one at GDC and the demo floor.
Oh
I
no
only had
way.
one. But yeah, this thing is heavy, man. It's super heavy, and I don't really particularly care for the Halo. So I got. Hey, let me grab it.
Yeah, you got a new head strap, which is it's a brand that I don't think we've actually ever demoed before. KOBC VR or something like that, I think. And it has same sort of functionality where this new head strap that he has batteries, which is kind
Yeah.
of cool because no one's really come out with this external battery thing other than Bobo.
And Bobo. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's there's
I'm
a lot of
using the Kiwi one, which
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
it's
There's a ton of companies out there that do these
and this
things.
one's great because it's got a battery in it too, so
Yep.
it lasts forever.
I just want the swappable. That's the only thing. I love that one too, but I want the swappable. So I actually haven't. I've been trying this one on and off, and put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, because I still like the Bobo. But this one's very comfortable, and I like it a lot. It's made by a company called CYBVR,
Like CYBVR,
CyberVR, yeah, something like that.
something like
It's
that.
a pretty basic elite strap. But again, it does have a swappable battery. Now, I wish the battery was a little bit larger. That was my only beef with it. It's only a 3,000 mAh battery, but if I'm swapping it anyway, it
If
is
you get a
pretty
couple
cool.
of them,
Yeah, I
come with
wish it
just
was
one?
yeah. It comes with one, but you can get more, of course. I
these are
do.
5,000, the Bobo ones. So that
Yeah, the
one's
new ones. The
3,000.
new ones. Yeah, three. This is basically the same as the old Bobo. I think this is 3,000 mAh. But I think they're better than the old Bobo because I don't think they lose battery as fast as the old Bobos.
Yeah,
do.
the old Bobo is 5,200 mAh, but it's the charging
right.
rate.
But
that is
yeah, the
really good.
charging rate was slow. So what is this one? Let me look again. Yeah, I think it's 3,000. Oh yeah, let me look and make sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. Now I don't know.
Yeah, well, better to look.
And of course, I think I threw away all the directions.
Should say right on the back of the battery. Should say right on the back of the battery. No, that's what
Mm,
Bobo says.
no, there's nothing on the back of the battery.
Oh no.
It says it on the box. I just gotta remember. Extended battery life adds a fourth. Oh, it's a 6,000 mAh battery. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go.
6,000, not 3,000. Yeah, yeah, that would have been way small. The 6,000 mAh battery, 4 hours of battery life. So the battery is battery,
good.
right? I mean, which is great. But I love the strap, man. The strap is super nice. This is my kind of strap, dude. I love these things. Look at this. This is what I really like. That back pad is
Yeah.
so thick. And then this strap is
Oh, look
so
how thick that is too.
yeah,
looks
so
good.
that on top of your head, man, that's gonna be stellar. And then the battery just slides into this, so I'm gonna go on something like this.
Mepper just said in chat that that Bobo's releasing a new kit
Oh, yeah.
that lets you use new batteries on the old head straps. So
It's a good
for those of
idea.
you with the old straps, that's good.
So this one, look at this. So it has like a little clip here, Todd, and it kind of slides in.
Oh,
and
cool.
that's
It just
how it
clips
works.
onto the little hole in the back.
Yeah, so it's got this little thing here, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's like got this little spot right there where it kind of like slides in.
Yeah.
So then it kind of just like that.
And clippy, you're done.
Yeah. Then
Now,
you're
is it does it need a cable or is it?
Yeah,
or-
you got to have a cable, right? You
Oh.
got to have because you got to run from the battery to the, so it comes with a cable for you.
Oh, I gotcha.
Then you can run right to the side. So, yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
And but we did get some stuff from Bobo today too. I want to show that. I got these babies.
Yeah.
New
they're nice
Bobo
looking.
grips. They're grips for the controller. The meta ones are nice. That's what I currently have on now.
Same.
So these are the ones I have on from Meta. And basically what it is they're built into the handle. So I don't know if what you guys are using at home, if you have these or have a different brand, but these are the ones from Meta. They're pretty nice. They're actually built into the handle
It's
of the
built into
battery.
the battery cover.
So you just can push in the battery cover and it's like it's attached right to the battery cover, right? It's like it's actually a separate battery cover. So when you get it, it's this piece that's already attached, and then you just kind of slide it on, and it goes on there like that. So I like these a lot. I had these, Meta sent me these originally when I when they first came out. So I like these a lot, but these I like because it's got a ton of grip on it, which there's no grip on these other ones. And man, the strap is it's actually kind of nice, and it's a little bit more adjustable, I think.
Yeah, they do look kind of fancy. I haven't
and
opened mine yet, but maybe I will. Those look kind of fancy.
and here's the deal: it's longer, so it gives you know how these are kind of
Oh, I
short, right? So
like
if you have
that.
bigger hands,
Yeah.
remember the old Kiwis for the Quest 2?
And look at
That
my kiwis right
extended the
there.
grip? Yeah, they
They're
extended the
freaking
grips, right?
enormous. Yeah.
So this is actually longer than the regular. So look how much longer it is.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's like an inch, maybe probably a full inch longer. You know who loves it when it's an inch longer, Todd?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, I'm reading chat, and people are
Oh,
saying the Bobo VR grips have already been recalled.
Really? I literally just got this yesterday.
Yeah.
What are they
Assassin
recalled
32
for?
says, be careful of those Bobo grips. They've been recalled because of the controllers are flying out of them.
Oh, really?
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, the only thing that would hold this in place
It's the top part of the rubber, right?
is it's not even that. It's like this part here is only, let me see if I can get it. That part there is only just wide enough to where it will go over top of the controller. The rest of it's all open,
Huh.
right? So it's just this little piece, this little spot right here where it's pretty wide, where it will come over top of the controller. Everything else is open, so the controller will just slide. Ooh, that's a little scary. I wonder if you just put like something in there, like a piece of Velcro or something inside here to hold everything in place.
Maybe, yeah. Or attach the battery cover to it.
Yeah.
Like Kiwi does with their with the extended grips. If you're gonna
Right.
grab that.
Right.
This is what Bobo should do for sure.
Oh, what's the extra piece in here? You have. What's this? What are these? I didn't even look at these. Oh, they give you other. Why do they give you extra grips or extra straps? I'm confused. You see that?
Yeah, what's that?
There are 2 extra straps that came in with this. Why would they give you 2
maybe
extra straps?
shorter ones or something, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe they're smaller. That's
So like the Kiwi ones have that.
Yeah, the battery compartment, which kind of holds it in place.
That's what Bobo made.
Assassin 32 says duct tape. Just duct tape those babies in there.
And that just jams in the hole. They need to come up with something like that, I think. Huh, interesting.
Artful says I had the AMVR ones for my Quest Pro, and I think that's what I have as well, is the AMVR for the Quest Pro.
Yeah, I can't remember. I've got some for Quest 2, or Quest Pro too,
I would switch over. If that is an issue, that's a problem for me, the controller coming out. But if not, or if it's like something they can fix quickly, I would switch over because I do like to have
a little bit of grippiness in your and the longer.
A little
Yeah,
bit of
right.
grippiness and then the longer.
They still need to come out with these.
Yeah, I know. Look at
They're
those things.
huge, but they're so comfortable.
Those almost feel like the size of like the Valve knuckle controllers.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are interesting. I will try them. I will let you know if they fly out. I'll try them tomorrow and I'll fling it around and we'll sacrifice some controllers if we have to.
Yeah.
Fuck these things up pretty good. But yeah, it's cool. But yeah, the CYBVR, you guys know I'm a huge Elite fan, so I'm putting this thing on. The Bobo is just too heavy for me, Todd. It's like with the battery, with the thing, it's just too heavy, and I don't really care for the
You don't like Halos anyway. I
like
the Halo
Halos
strap over the
No, I want the
over the Elite strap. Like I'm the opposite, but I've gone back to an Elite because the Halo's too heavy.
The Kiwi Elite is one of my favorite.
Yeah, I love
straps.
it.
But the problem with that is Kiwi is still stuck on that big battery that's in the back and it's not swappable. So once that's dead, you can't move on. Like you have to have a swappable battery now for me. Like I need to be able to have multiple batteries. It's almost a prerequisite now. Like if you're not having that swappable battery, you better be designing something.
Yeah, no, I agree. It would be nice if it did.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why I think Bobo got so popular. Is just they were the go-to when it comes to swapping out the batteries. Like I with the original one, I think I had like 6 of those batteries because I'd use them so much.
Yeah. That's the truth. This is swappable batteries. We riot. Hell yeah. Bring Kiwi to their knees. All right, cool, man. What else we got, Todd? Is that it for tonight? I can't think of anything else.
I think we hit everything. Yeah, Riff.
We had everything. It's 10 o'clock. We've been in here for 2 hours. It's time to get the heck out of here. I will say thank you again to Jenna Sequa for becoming a channel patron and hanging out with us. Re-upping. I think she said she had to leave for a little bit when she had some things happen, and she decided to come back. And we just want to say we appreciate you. We appreciate all of our patrons. We have a whole bunch. I can't name them all off by name, but there's a lot of people in there. You got.
I will get around to updating the outro with names and stuff. I promise.
Yeah, we actually have a new outro. Todd's gonna be working on a new outro that has a new video and new stuff in it, so it'd be cool. But yeah, guys, if you want to become a patron, for as little as $3.99 a month, I think so. Yeah, $3.99 a month. As little as $3.99 a month. There's different programs you can get into, but it's for as little as $3.99 a month. Join us. Come hang out with us. You get your own Discord channel. You get to hang out with us, talking there, and then you get to hang out with us once a week, and we go over show stuff, and we have different stuff coming up, and we show some stuff early. We give some secrets out early that we can't normally give out to everybody. So we try and share a lot of stuff with the patrons. Come and join us and hang out with us, and some awesome people in there: Bluebell and Jenna and Betty and Tiffany from Gamer Chick from
Orland Hooper.
Yeah, Orland Hooper is in there. Mickey Barrios,
Bluebell.
Blue. So many people. There's tons of cool people.
People. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lord Beavis.
Yeah, exactly. If we forgot you, I apologize. But look, check out the scroll at the end. Todd will update it, but check out the scroll at the end for the full list. And there's a few more we need to add. Tasselhoff is in there, I think. But yeah, we appreciate everybody who supports us, and have a great week, everybody. Virtual Strangers tomorrow night, Todd.
Yeah, cool. What do you guys playing?
I think we're gonna play. I don't even know what we're playing. I think we're gonna play the Red Dead. The
Red Dead 2?
Red Dead Redemption 2 VR mod. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Wow, that's been out for a while.
And Soul Slinger. We're gonna cover Soul Slinger in VR too with the UEVR. That's a good one. One of my favorites. But yeah, come check us out on Virtual Strangers Saturday, and then Monday in the afternoon. You got us for Virtual Strangers as well. So lots of stuff going on, Todd.
Good times. Lots of new content dropping next week as well. We got 2 new games releasing next week, I think, as well. So
yeah, we got tons of stuff going to be coming for the channel. We're going to be doing some more videos and maybe some more live streaming, because I did enjoy that, especially if I can do it in the headset and get the chat.
Chat.
We got to get that set up.
We'll sort that out. But
yeah, we appreciate you, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. For Todd, I'm Eric. See you later.
Good night, guys.